Hello. Good afternoon, Wooly. How are you?
Sleep, regression, sleep, regression, sleep, regression, sleep,
You
sleep,
did it.
regression.
You're doing it. You're fucking in it now, boy. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, it's fucked. Dude, you know what? Reminder, I went from being a scrub to hitting master rank with Bison because of sleep regression.
So
we'll use this baby as a stand-in. So I had, it's fucking 2 a.m. and I got to fucking nowhere to be because this motherfucker just looking at me like, all right, scissor kicks.
Yeah.
Scissor kicks.
Well, I mean, we're doing it. We're keeping her in the dark in her room and trying to, minimize. But boy, oh boy, does it just feel like it's like, hey, I know it's nighttime, but it's not. The day continued. You just don't know it yet. Inside baby's head, it is still daytime. Everything continues as normal, and your weak fucking need for sleep is some bitch-made shit. You better fucking step it up, because I'm bored down here.
Okay, so at the same time, tiny tyrant person, being anthropomorphized in this adult speaking conversation. What are we talking? 10 months?
Less, but
she's 9 months. Okay,
yeah.
Literally sleep like 14 hours a day. Like literally, like not exaggerate. Like, girl, you sleeping all day. Like,
so
you can pick when fuck you want to be awake.
She's not a big big sleeper. She's a napper, and she's taking her little.
My guy was also not a big sleeper.
Yeah, she's taking her little naps, and we can force and manipulate to try to be like, no, we're gonna crunch these 5 naps down into 3. And like we're kind of like stretching out wake windows, and there's moments where it's like, okay, eyes are being rubbed and starting to get tired, and we're like, not yet, kid. We're not finished yet.
Like an infant child can stay at 99% being almost asleep for an entire calendar day.
I mean, the funniest thing is just watching, like, if I can replicate this. Like, this is a rattle, and it's just it's like I'm half asleep and dead, and I'm just going.
Yep.
And I'm not, my heart is not in it, my soul and my spirit is not in it, but I'm still trying to play because this is in my hand, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing now.
I've got one for you, because so my guy still does this. He hates, he is asked to go to bed twice in his entire life. He said, "Mommy, Daddy, I want to go upstairs."
Straight up. Okay.
Go to bed. I'm like, twice.
Yeah.
About 30% of the time. Okay, Curious George, Pete the cat, whatever the book is, some hugs and kisses with mama. Okay. Bam. Full song number. Full number. Okay. All right, you're done. Okay, good. All right, we're snuggling. You're going. Okay. Quiet, deathly quiet for 40 minutes.
And
what's a cow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then and so here's my favorite part.
Yeah.
That wakes up mom and dad who fell asleep waiting for him to fall asleep. Right? And then the real follow-up when he's like, rubbing the eyes. When he really wants to go for it, you know what he does?
Oh, the hits. Yeah, the hits.
Slapping his cheeks. Straight up slapping his cheeks in his forehead, like, no, stay awake. And you're like, I can't believe this.
It sucks. It's like the craziest part, and like I see why the word regression is used, because it literally is going backwards in progress. Because like she was starting to get to a point where she would wake up when things are going fine, and she would like not even start crying right away. I'd be looking at the monitor at like, 2 a.m. and she would kind of go like, she'd stir and then kind of wake up, look at her hands for a bit, and then turn on her side and kind of like just go, and go back out.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, you're getting it.
Ooh, that's good.
That's what we do.
Progress is getting made on sleeping through the night.
Yeah,
Yes,
you change your position, get more comfortable, kind of look at your hand a little bit, do what you got to do, get your brain off of it, and then try to settle in. And we actually saw that, and then somehow it just turns into go fuck everything, fuck all of this, and because so we're just like doing like, hey, gonna come down, try to do a hold till she drifts off, and then transfer, and it fails naturally, and then every hour gotta go back down, and it's just kind of like
there were, I would say, probably 50 or 60 nights that I was like, fuck it, I don't even care, I'm just gonna put him in my arm.
You just gotta
go downstairs, and just fucking watch TV and play games until Paige wakes the fuck up. Transfer him back over, sleep for 2 hours, and then just go about my rest of the day as a scorched freak. Because getting up and down and up and down and up and down and the failing the
transfer failure.
I only fail the transfer twice. I refuse to attempt to transfer a third time. I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting Maige's time. I'm wasting the baby's time. Fuck it. He's not going to transfer.
I do 3 transfers. The thing is, but like I don't count it if okay, there's a botched transfer and then like you know what I mean, and then a failed transfer. Like
I did, no. I did. So the one that got
there's a difference.
The one that got me the most, dude, it made me so mad and mad enough to scream. But it's 2 a.m. and it's in a dark room with your child, and it's your fault. Don't yell. You'll defeat the purpose.
Of course.
Is when I forgot I would transfer and he'd be perfect, and then I would slide my hands out and then his feet would drop and his ankle.
Boosh! Idiot! You fool! You fool! You forgot the feet. Yeah. No, the transfer. That's the thing is like for anyone, like you have to understand, getting the baby from your arms down into the crib like softly enough that it doesn't wake them up. There's such an art to this, and it's so delicate. And in particular, getting it into. So what I do is I go a little bit head first because that's where the weight is, and then you kind of unfold. Absolutely. You unfold, the burrito. And then your head. The thing is that you get your hand out. You have your hand stuck underneath, and pulling the hand out. You got to be careful about that because it kind of like that's friction, that's noise, that's where they feel it, etc. But the botch transfer is where exactly you do something that makes noise.
Didn't count.
And then they're like,
"That was my fault."
You completely woke them up with that, and now you fucked up, right? A regular failed transfer is you got them down and you're walking away, and then they're just like, "No, I'm kind of still up though," So that I'll do about 3 times until it's just like, fuck this, you got it.
Fuck it, I have paperwork I can catch up on.
Contact naps and stuff are a part of it too. That or just like
that dude
waiting till she's like fully asleep.
That dude got a lot of contact nap time. Like a lot.
And it's just a give up nap, right? It's just a complete like, all right, whatever was it's just like, yeah, fuck anything else, this is how you do it, just it's not worth fighting it at this point. But I
miss it.
Oh boy, dude. Yeah, okay.
It's one of those things.
Looking for a light at the end of the tunnel.
It's one of those things that when you're in it, you're like, get me to that fucking toddler stage where they'll just go to sleep. But now I'm like, what if I do? Oh my god, you little baby. Now, luckily I have this and the cat.
Yeah.
That just fulfill that role like exactly.
It is
right?
See it is currently Infinite Crash Out works. But the things like for example, I do, like I said, I do a nighttime bottle, and
right.
that's a big deal. And like, it is one of those things where I want that to continue as long as possible. And it is not going to. I'm aware of the fact that there's going to be a full, and like last night, for example, she just skipped it,
Yeah.
But it is one that I'm like, okay, like if I can get that in there, that's some That's a nice nightly moment. That's a nice routine. You know,
you never know what time is the last time you're gonna do something.
I guess that's the thought.
That's right.
But I don't want to hear that shit right now. Right now,
I didn't know
just
what the last bottle was, right? But then it came and went, and it was like a week later. By the time I was like, oh, we're full on to sippy cups now. The bottles are gone.
And again, we're looking at the calendar, and we're aware of the fact that, like, okay, at certain milestones, certain things happen, and at certain ages, certain daycare things happen and stuff, and you got to figure this stuff out. But you know, and there are little feelings like that. Like, for example, you know, the snoo, which we discussed on this show before, the rocking white noise kind of little bassinet, you know, super useful. That's only for the first 6 months.
Yes. And you will pay for it when that 6 months is over with what we are describing right now. But me and Paige made this decision, and you and Punch Mom definitely made the same decision, which is, but that first 6 months is when I needed the help the most.
You're buying time. You're investing in the future with dividends.
I am sowing now and must reap later. But I don't want to reap right now. It's hard right now.
You are fucking crow countrying. You are reaching into the fucking future and ripping resources out, you know. But the idea of the whole like snoo setup thing is that, like, at 6 months, like, her head is touching the top of it and her feet are touching the bottom. It's just goofy to even continue trying to fit.
Too big baby.
So we eventually, it's like, okay, well, that's pack this thing up and, you know, move it out of the room and downstairs, and then there's like a space there where that used to be a baby now, and, like, you know, Punch Mom's like, oh, you know, and we're like, oh yeah, like, this part of the room, that was where she was, and, like, now time has passed and she ain't there anymore, and that's a thing, you know, like, there's these moments, and I know that those are going to start increasing and hitting, and you like, literally, whatever, cats in the cradle, the entirety of every piece of media I've ever experienced about anything relating to this has been happening and hitting.
Like, at some point, Guy's going to have to go sleep in his own room. And when that happens, the sleep we're going to get is going to be so good.
So this is
so good.
Well, and this is where our paths branch, because we're already there, right?
Oh, you're already there?
We're already there, but we're doing a different thing, right? Like, we went straight out of snoo into you're in your room, you know? And but of course, this is the thing where when there is a regression, it's not a, like, turnover and let's solve this problem. It's
go to the other room.
Here we go.
So that was just never going to happen. Waking up at night, needed mama in 1 second, not 5 seconds. Not 10 seconds. Now,
what I did learn as a result of our setup, though, is there's some tech. I mean, baby monitor, microphone. Right? You make a little, little bit of, like, hey, you can hear my voice. Okay, cool. You know, throw in a little wheels on the bus coming out through the microphone, you know, just to distract the like, where the fuck you at moments. It does work. And there's a like a looking around for it's like voice of God almost, like, what?
Yeah, a little bit.
Where's that coming from? But, like, it does delay and calm the fret down a little bit.
We have too much self-aware. We, you know, almost a 3-year-old toddler. So when we've tried to use that to get him to go back down to his nap, because, like, you know, nap's like an hour and a half, but he'll pop up after 40 minutes. He's too aware. So you'll be like, "I'll go back to sleep, honey," and he's like, "Where are you? I want you here now."
Wow.
Like, literally, like,
the concept of your okay.
So, like, no,
okay.
it's not. It's
not enough. Yeah. Fucking getting my voice into trying to hit Miss Rachel fucking pitches. Hi.
You can't. No, that is it's not doable.
Yes.
Make good decisions, Wooly. Just, you know. Yeah, I was scrolling through TikTok and I hit Rachel and she just looked at me and went, "Hey, you're doing a good job. And I was like,
yeah. Anyways, there's your dad slop for the podcast. Your weekly.
Not exactly. There was a dad moment that got clipped out and is making the rounds for me because my little guy. Do you know what he did?
Where is it?
Oh, it's on Blue Sky. It's on the subreddit.
No, where is the object that should be kept under glass and lock and key protection?
Oh, it's in the trash, dude. It died.
Oh, well, okay.
It was a dandelion. It's ephemeral.
Yeah, I know, but you put it in a thing for a minute. All right, well, you know.
No, man, there's plenty of dandelions out there. It's the thought. It's not
it
the
is.
object.
Yeah, of course, but that's my point. Exactly.
But yeah, my little guy was picking flowers for me and was hanging out, waiting outside the office, going out, wait for Dad. I'm gonna give him this flower.
That's amazing.
And I was like, oh, that's
amazing.
So sweet.
Shut the fucking stream down. Everybody go away.
Yeah.
Urgent business is occurring.
I also encountered the first example of the nightmare, which is hanging out in the kitchen 2-3 days ago. And I was making a coffee, and he said, Dada, don't make your coffee. And I went, why? He went, when you make your coffee, you go dad show, and I don't want you to go dad show. I want you to stay and hang out. And I was like...
Yeah, that's right. I'm telling you, no. I mean, look, I don't know how well people caught it when it occurred, but like some of her first laughter started occurring just off mic, and I was like, shut the fucking stream down. Be right back.
Here's the worst part, right?
And I hit him with the shut the fuck up, be right back screen.
We're so lucky. We're so lucky because our kids are like over there.
They're right there.
They're like that way.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
40 feet from us or 30, whatever it is.
No.
Right.
And that's gonna, as time goes on, that might become a problem. Right. Like I am within earshot.
Fuck your show, Dad.
Yeah.
All right, come on.
We need to. Yes.
But like, for example, like my dad missed out on fucking most of it because he was at work. My dad worked 6 days a week and he left at 5:30 in the morning and he got home at 6 p.m.
And something that I remember thinking about a lot was the fact that like there is the effect of like oh shit, dad's coming home, you know, like big hug, like yeah, excitement, right? And I know that every time I've seen stuff like that, I've always felt like I'm like, oh, that's a cool thing. And
that's wholesome.
It's wholesome. And I know that like that's not the type of situation I have set up here. But it's like, no, that's not true, actually, because
yeah, you still do that.
You coming from where I record, coming from the studio down into the room, you get the same effect, you know, or even just waking up in the morning after because doing the night shift, whatever, you get the same effect of like, hey, it's you, 100%. And I'm like, yeah, you know. So it doesn't matter if it's like working at home or not, actually, because it's the point is that if you're not seeing them, you're still going to get that effect, period, you know. So that's cool. I'm glad that is not something that's been robbed from this. But no, super lucky being with this
very lucky.
And again, a couple years time, we'll see what's happening when I'm getting my shit echoed back at me. I don't need her to Aegis Reflector any of the things happening up here back in our direction.
You want to hear the ultimate? I came over here to set up, you know, turn a game on and get the settings right before I was going to stream later that day, right? And Paige was asleep. She was sleeping in because she had a rough night. So I was like, all right, bud, you want to come over to me? You want to go to the office, set up Dad show? And he went, yeah. Right? We come over to the office, and he runs to this chair before I can get to it and climbs into it and goes, when's my show? Dad's show is doodah. And I'm like, I wanted to say fucking never, but I said no, never. And he's like, I want to talk into it. And points at and was like grabbing the microphone. I'm like, okay, here you go. What do you got? and he says,
You're on the mic. What's your beef?
pretty tricky. I don't know. And I'm like, see? Yeah. It's hard.
Nice. Hot seat. Let's go. All right.
It's tough to do.
Interesting. Well,
That's one of my favorite things Paige did was things aren't hard. They're not too tough. They're just tricky. So he'll be going to like put his shoes on and he'll have like a trouble because it's like a new pair of shoes. And he'll be like, Dada, can you help me? My shoes are being pretty tricky.
That's good.
And I'm like,
that's
oh,
good.
that's so cute.
That's good. So hey, look, Dad Slop is a segment, but it is also a genre.
It is a genre now.
And I am very invested in it because, yeah, shit hit different and it's good. It helps.
Taking the internet by storm in a way that I wish everyone would just be quiet. Pragmata's out this week.
Yeah, and I mean, to be perfectly honest, like it helps when the Dad Slop, as I'm describing, is also a very good game to play. So
excellent game. Hold on. We were both sponsored to play Pragmata last week and run TikTok ads for it.
Hashtag sponsored.
Concurrently. So
Correct.
These are, I would say, quite generously sponsored opinions.
They are. However, I will say that I played the demo before that happened, and
I also did, yeah. And I like the demo.
Was very, very much impressed by it there, and the fact that they sent a fucking microwave to my house.
It was a microwave?
The fucking giant, there's the whole press kit thing that's just insane. And like, I'm like, what is this? And it opens up and goes fucking, and it's like, it's this insane light and sound setup thing to just give you some keychains and some stickers.
I'm really glad I passed on that.
It is the size of a microwave. You press a button on it, it lights up and goes.
That's ridiculous.
And then you get some markers and some keychains and some stickers, and it's cool little merch. But I'm like, this is insane.
I feel like every time I have to have that discussion with somebody, like, oh, you want to sign up for the event or the press kit, and I'm like, nah, just send me a code.
Yeah, for me,
don't you? No, I don't. I don't want it.
For me, it depends on if I think I'm gonna care, right? And in this case, I'm like, I like this. This is gonna be cool. I think I'm gonna care. And like, for example, Metaphor, right? That was worth it. There was some cool.
I got a box back there.
Yeah, the Metaphor one was super dope, right? I'm happy with that.
It was all right.
Yeah,
but, I mean, the end state of the Metaphor special edition press kit it's literally just sitting behind me in this room in the corner.
Yeah. No, to be fair,
to fill space.
Yes. I got rid of the box and stuff after a point. It's just a jacket. The Ghost of Tsushima box has become a crate for like putting some pictures on and stuff. It's literally like next to my TV as just a little like, yeah, we put a like little board on it and pictures and stuff. But in any case, some of those, this is one of those ones where you're like, for what comes in it, this is insane. Game itself, did you do anything beyond that first 2 hours?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I have a lot going on, and Pragmata seems super hot, so I figured, you know what? It can keep a week or two.
Okay. Yeah.
That being said, that first 2 hours was super solid.
Yes.
Including going through the demo area again.
Yeah.
It was completely different.
Yeah, I was going to say, you fought the boss in the demo, but the area leading up to it and everything around it was not at all the same.
Yeah, it's the same like architecture, but you go through the rooms in a different order and fight different enemies.
And the demo gives you an impression of what the bonfire sort of system is, but it's not that at all.
In the game at all.
Yeah, and it's not what you thought. Like it is a come back to a checkpoint, like and heal up, but it's really a full-on return to base and do everything in your little hangout club space. And
yeah, do the little social events with Diana,
hang out with
and talk to Cabin, who's a freak and I hate.
Aha, Kay, Cabin, I'm like squinting at you because I'm like, how do I know you're not connected to Edis? There's nothing here that says you're not connected to the evil AI system that's destroying everything in this game that we're trying to kill. And then Cabin cracked a joke or two, and his hat came on, and he had a bingo system. And I was like, okay, Cabin, you're in.
So I don't think Cabin's like nefarious. What I do think is that, I don't know, he's just a little unsettling. I just don't like it.
I like how his face goes from Tate to, you know, so he goes from side-scrolling mode to fucking vert shooter.
And I did note, I was going through my menus and I heard Mega Man sound effects going off.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Interesting.
And like I turned and he was playing the Pragmata version of Mega Man on his own face.
Oh shit, I gotta see that. Okay.
Because like I was looking at Diana, I'm like, this is a send up to rock and roll. Like it is Roll in a blue bomber jacket.
Yeah, I mean you can put as much of that on the game as you want, and not to mention the fact that you're dealing with the moon, you know.
I'm on the moon.
But what I do really like, actually, and was not expecting, given the setting, given the system, given what it all is, it's so simple and like so far almost like light on it's light on like some of the lore for now. It's light on a lot of things.
Yeah, the premise is like overwhelmingly simple.
That intro sets it all up. Right,
the AI. Oopsie, there was a quake.
And the most important detail in the background is there's a giant 3D printer.
Yeah,
that's it.
3D print anything.
You can 3D print anything, and then there's these 3D printers that are human sized that are all around the base, printing out enemies.
3D printing human sized robots that don't like you.
You know, and you're like, okay, go. That's it. But you know, you kind of just are like, okay, you meet Diana, you hang out, you establish a little fun relationship and chatting with her. She's a goober, and
Diana's great. It's been a while since I played a game in which I'm like, whoever wrote this / directed it has kids for sure.
I saw there's a couple moments. One where it's like she's walking and it's like that, like you've been walking for a little while now, but you don't quite have it down yet.
Still don't quite got it.
And there's those steps of uncertainty where you're like, you're gonna fall on your face any second now. You know?
For me is when she goes, "Oh, kitty," and nearly kills herself launching into a death,
exactly,
like an infinite pit.
1,000,000%.
Go,
right? Not to mention,
and they're like, but kitty, and like I have legitimately gone through this identical scenario.
Not to mention, Hugh being like, "Yeah, I don't like kids," and it's like, "Yeah, we'll see about that, idiot."
That's the perfect kind of guy to have this adorable kid on his back hacking
God
and
damn
whatnot.
It. Also, like you're hanging out with your crewmen, like Ken. And I forgot what the other one's name was.
The guys who don't pull their masks up, so you know they're gonna die.
The ones without faces, exactly. And you're like, Hugh is not a protagonist's name, but it's a dad name.
Yeah,
and that's what's important here, right? There's a very, very clear energy to that is paternal. And what one of the big things that did it too was like when he was holding her or something, and she kind of did this at one point, like from the side, she kind of did like that, like on his face, and it was one of those things where I was like, that happens all the time.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
super real. Right? She kind of just like,
you're touching my face in a way that would be wildly like aggressive or weird if an adult did it. But you're cute. You're just a baby. You're just a baby.
I saw in Death Stranding as well. BB did that and that thing with and I was like, yeah, the face grab is super real. No, it is cool to have that aspect to it. It feels a lot better that she's on your back, behind you, and not like in front. You know, even though it's a robot child, admittedly.
There was a version of the game where she was like running around and it just caused like the player to accidentally shoot her like 100 times.
I mean, there's no tactical roll to worry about, so you're not going to like bonk every time. But yeah, it does feel interesting to kind of like, I'm like, okay, between this and the way I saw that intro to Death Stranding 2, none of that unease, you know. And then, but like, yeah, you have this, and you have Donkey Kong, and you've got Death Stranding, and you're just like, okay, we're in an era right now We're in an era of like Dad Slop.
Abe's legacy continues, doohickey or not.
We will pay you to use Tinder. We will fucking pay you. Get on the apps, kids.
So one of the things of note, so first of all, I want to point out, I've seen people say dad space. This is the best. This is the best fake name for the game genre I've seen.
Solid. That's
Dad
fun.
space is A+. But I've seen like a fair amount of discussion, and I felt it too, where like we had the era of the sad dad, the sad dad era, like emphasized by like Joel and Kratos, and it there's this weird like there's a type of guy out there who fantasizes about defending his family.
Let's go.
All the time.
Hit it. Yep.
I'd kill anyone to defend my boy. I'd kill anybody who looked at my daughter. And it's like, okay, well, would you pick them up from school and go to their soccer practice?
Running through your head, you're like, what are you thinking about? Just hands over the wheat. Hiya,
right?
Hiya, with gladiator music. Thinking about the Roman Empire specifically so that you can thrust at the enemy and
those
child in hand.
Those games, like particularly Last of Us, like plays directly into the family revenge, family protector, like power fantasy.
You read my mind on this. Go.
Donkey Kong and Pragmata do not.
Yes.
Donkey Kong and Pragmata are you and your buddy going on an adventure, and I want to keep him safe. But it's not about, get on. Like, Hugh isn't going, kill any robot that looks at that. Like, no, that's fucking weird.
Right. And I'll even say...
Instead, he's like going, get behind me. I need to protect you.
And there's obviously those moments of like, and then you kind of see like, how's it going to handle something like, they're being taken away or being threatened, right? But something that is in the former category is going to make it all about that energy. The warrior revenge, LARP dad energy in a way. And there's a huge difference between how that feels, especially beforehand, playing it as someone who didn't, when you don't have a kid or anything like that.
Well, and I remember when I played Last of Us 1, I didn't like Ellie at all. I thought Ellie was really annoying.
Okay.
And she pissed me off.
Okay.
Because I was in my 20s.
Okay.
And I nicknamed Ellie Garbage.
I do remember that.
And would refer to her only as Garbage.
Right.
But then I got to the last scene in the game, and I was like yelling, I'm going to get you, Garbage! And then I went into the room, and I just started shooting every doctor in there.
Yes.
Going, you don't get to do this!
Right. Yes.
And then it's like, okay, so it was in there.
Mm-hmm. So I like...
It was in there, underneath.
I really liked Ellie.
Underneath all the annoyance.
I didn't have... I was fine with, from the jump, I was like, okay, yeah, this energy works. But...
that's my garbage. That's mine.
But there is something different. There is something different to the, like you said, like, it's the revenge fantasy or the, like, save them fantasy,
It's the Mad Max lone warrior.
Nothing to lose.
Sigma male.
Exactly. Just
version.
Going, right. Versus the one where it's like, actually, do it now. They're here. Take care of them now. And, while adventure is happening.
I think the best summation of that attitude was like, would you kill somebody to save your family? Yeah, absolutely. Would you suck a dick to save your family?
All fours. Get the spit out. Just I mean, because and not only that, right? But think about the whole like protagonists that are like good at fighting and good at adventuring, but bad at being parents. Your Jotaro, the ideas, your Josephs, and your Goku memes. And it's like, okay, but what if like you had to really do a bunch of all the things you were doing, all those adventures with the kid in your hand or like with you,
Well, don't ask Goku that.
But that's,
like he's the worst.
How does that change the entire adventure if Gohan was there with Goku from fucking Raditz all the way through Namek, you know, and there was no division and split up there. What if
and so Pragmata also has some of that where it's like, well, Diana can help you. She has to help you, in fact, because you're a team. And it's like when I do dishes now, my dude, I don't have to bend down to get my dishes anymore, by the way.
Oh, okay.
My little man goes in, and the only thing I do is like, okay, steak knives. Dad takes all the steak knives out first because they're sharp, you know? But then I do that, and then he hands me every fork and every knife and every spoon. And then he gets distracted when he gets to the spoons because spoons make great drumsticks.
They do. They really do.
But then he hands me every plate and every glass in that dishwasher.
Nice. Okay.
And it's like he's hacking a robot for me to shoot.
You got a little upper. That's cool. Okay. So
start them early. Start them real early. This kid puts his clothes in the washing machine. He does his dishes. He puts his dishes away in the sink. He helps his mom make muffins.
Oh, I mean, dude, when I said she like really responds to sound, she's clapping 3 months ahead of schedule. She's really ahead on that. Yeah.
Before I forget, this is really important because I know your personality. Some milestones, they will be way ahead. And some, they will be way behind. And unless they're like a year behind on those milestones, fucking don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All their skills are lopsided. There's no like normal child for their milestones.
Yeah.
Except for like the really basic ones like, you know, walking and talking.
And stuff like that. And some of it's just kind of random in the sense that like, you know, because we talk about like tummy time and like how that strengthens the back and it's really good and everything, and like she got really good at it, and like now she's just like hating it and just doesn't want to do tummy time anymore. And it's like, I
hate tummy time too.
Yeah, and like, you know, this is how like you can and tummy time then leads to crawling, you know, but it's like she's kind of like pulling back from that while also like getting more confident about like being more standing up and, you know, and like having these and sitting down and balancing and things like that. So yeah, it's all like kind of swerving, and ultimately it's kind of like, okay, I didn't care about I'm not caring about like that milestone as much as I'm going, I noticed that she's old enough now to look around the room and want to get to stuff and is frustrated that she can't get to it yet. So I'm like, I can see
my body isn't doing it. Well, how do I do it?
Exactly. I'm like, I can see that you're getting frustrated at your limitations and you want to be able to move over there. So let's try to encourage that, you know? That's the speed at which it makes sense to go for me, you know?
I'm gonna hold up my hand. There's a comment that I just saw that I want to respond to because I think it's funny. Someone says, don't forget about the gifted child to burnt out adult pipeline. And someone says, has Pat ever talked about that? I would love to hear his thoughts. Most of you weren't gifted. Your parents just gassed you the fuck up.
Probably, yeah.
Sorry.
By the numbers, sure. I mean, I got the records to prove it. I literally skipped a grade.
Yeah, me too. But
so,
you know, like but yeah, no, yeah. Most of you weren't gifted. You were just like normal, and your parents like gassed you up and didn't teach you to work hard. And then you learned that you had to work hard one day, and you were like, "Oh, this sucks."
And how were you rewarded? Were you rewarded by being told that like, "Wow, you're so smart," or were you told like that you worked hard?
You worked really hard, yeah.
Yeah. So.
I was told, man, you're so smart. You're smarter than the other kids. You're better. I'm like, oh, okay. Wait a second. I didn't just get 100 without trying this time. What happened? Does that mean I'm stupid?
Yeah, exactly. She's like, hey. So, to take us back to it now, you're running through, and I don't know if you got okay, so did you get to the second area of
yeah.
Okay.
The New York area?
Exactly. You get to the city, right? And shit opens up. You start to see like this wider zone. You start to see the environment in Pragmata that is from the trailer where you see them in the city. Because I was like, oh yeah, the first promotional material looked like in Times Square. And so you got to that sort of area and see what's going on. Something really cool about the passage of time in our era is that new things that can be used in fiction are very contemporary. Like, if you've ever seen something 3D printed, then you might have seen how something looks when it goes wrong, or when it's in the middle of printing and how fucked up and stringy it gets.
I think I'm really glad I was able to get to the New York section during the sponsored segment, because the art style at the beginning of Pragmata is pretty stock.
It's sterile. You're in a space station.
A lot of really good reflection work.
Yeah.
But like, you're in a fucking spacesuit and you're in fucking space and there's robots.
And it's clean space. Like, it's not space that's been abandoned for a long time. Yeah.
But you get to that New York section, and first thing you discover is the robots are starting to look deliberately non-standard. That's how I'll describe them.
Yep.
But also, you get this Capcom team's opinion of what they think about AI-generated slop, because you are walking through a 3D printed slop space where everything looks really pretty from a distance until you get close and everything's mashed together like shit.
I mean,
and nothing's contiguous properly.
You look through a window right before you get there and you see a taxi, a New York City yellow cab being 3D printed, and you're like, what the fuck is that? You know? And then you see its application where it's just like, yeah, this is a basic scanned vibe of what New York is, right? And the idea that, well, sure, because this data was probably just like, oh, I don't know, we sent in some Google cabs to do Google Earth, and then they just took all that, uploaded it, and now we spat it out on the 3D printer and like filled in the blanks with what AI thinks.
Some of the printings have also failed.
So you're seeing this really kind of interesting thing of like, yeah, it looks, there's parts of the city that are breaking into the station underneath it, and they're just kind of printing out onto the space above. And you see where the errors occur. It looks like 3D printing mistakes. That's a new thing.
It's really interesting.
That's a new thing that I've never seen in any fiction before, because it's like this is now that we know about 3D printing that we could use that, right? There's a new medium, and with a new medium comes new techniques, sounds, and visuals, and errors. And the way the stringy parts of the material kind of like rip into these fabricy like sinews, you know, is like, oh fuck, that's someone that's looking at when printing goes wrong, and then you can use that to like give a kind of like horror-y fucked up effect, especially like the areas where you're not supposed to go yet. It's not just like it's giving the same energy of like a crystal that says break this later in the game to get through.
Yeah.
But it's fucked up 3D printed.
I was really happy to see that 3D printed progression blocking bullshit, because like, oh, this is a larger scale of exploration than I was expecting. And then I finished that section and it was like, you got 52% of the shit in this level. And I'm like, what? I didn't see enough room for 48% more level.
I found a couple of corners and areas that were tucked around that you could miss running through it. Yeah.
I found an invisible wall, which made me want to shit.
Because it's interesting how...
Sorry, illusory wall, not...
Oh, yeah, okay. Because, yeah, I get the impression that based on that opener area, that it's still... Excuse me, it's a linear game. You're going in a linear path, but, like, there's moments where doors lead to corners, and those corners lead to pits that lead back up to the path you were on. And you can kind of, like, run in circles around these areas a little bit. And yeah, it opens up a little bit more so far in this second part. Gameplay wise, of course, because we've been talking about like the setting and Diana and stuff, but like the core loop of just like, it's third person shooting over the shoulder, feels good. You jump and
shooting feels good. The hacking also feels good.
Jumping feels amazing.
So this is one of those fun things where they had in the ad copy make sure to say it's by people who made Devil May Cry and Resident Evil, like specifically the team, right? And like, you know, in the opening credits, you see Jun Takeuchi is a producer. Jun Takeuchi is a monster producer. He just does like, he's produced like all the Resident Evil games, like damn near everything that's come out of Capcom. But then I'm like, well, where's the Devil May Cry stuff? And then I'm like, oh, enemy attacked me and I hit jump and Hugh jumped 15 feet straight up in the air with an invincibility frame on his startup. And I'm like, that's the Devil May Cry 1!
I described it to Reggie as basically from the people who brought you Dante and Blanca's jump arc. Right?
That's so specific.
Dante and Blanca have the same jump. It's really high, really fast. It doesn't go very far forward, and then they drop like a brick. And it gets you the fuck out of the situation and then drops you back down. And it's really tricky to deal with if you're, you know, if you're defending against it. But like, I really enjoy that into a hover, and then you boost with him forward, and it's like, it's nice. You know, he's got a nice little movement thing going, and then you jump, and then you aim down the sights, and that sumbitch starts floating in the air, and you're like, here we go.
I was like, okay, I got a dodge or two dodges, and then you go to the upgrade thing, and it's like, you may upgrade from one dodge to two dodges. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's the limit of how crazy the game will go. No, because then I got like one level further and every single thing in the entire hub said, no, we unlock more levels of every single ability in the game. And there's way too many of them for you to buy.
So I didn't spend
Which is something I haven't seen in a game in a long time.
So I didn't spend my money on that, interestingly. I went a different way where I was like, I see they unlock, you get a special currency, and there's a whole big build-up for when you get that fucking super currency. Because
I didn't get that new currency.
You pick up you open up the chest, and it's like, you know, and you're like, yeah! And you get it, and it's like, you now have access to dad dodge, dad time, you know, which is last second dodge into boom, right? Or do the boss takedown QTE on regular enemies.
On anybody. Yeah, it's so there's too much that you don't have enough to buy all the upgrades. Like, not even close. Like I finished 2 levels and I had enough to get like two of the cheaper upgrades. I would have had to save up for any of the others, right? Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pick.
That's awesome that I have to like really be like, okay, do I want dad time or critical hits on regular enemies? Because those are both really, really, really fucking good.
Do you want to spend your currency on just restocking your shotguns? You know, or do you want to put them towards like any of the other stacks of upgrades or so?
So like one of the things that I did, I'm like, oh, more mod slots. I will have as many I will buy mod slots until I run out of like slots that I can equip, because these upgrades are really powerful. They're really powerful and they're on all the time.
Did you notice that when you got mod slots and mod upgrades, that every time you saw a percentage, that some bitch had 2 digits on it?
I did.
Every time you get a modification, it's minimum 10%.
I talked about it. And I was like, but you know what else I noticed? You know what else? I was like, hey, I unlocked the shotgun. Now the shotgun is available every time I want to leave the hub. I can start with a shotgun. Somebody described it as Dark Souls 1 spells.
Oh, you're preparing.
You're leaving the bonfire with all you're going to have, and then you can find more out there, but that's what you're leaving with, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But more than that, I unlocked that, and a little cutscene happened of like a locker opening up, and like the little thing of the locker. I'm like, where is that? Right? I'm like looking around, like, where was that in the room? I'm like, oh, it's the set of like 100 lockers next to the tunnel exit.
Oh, okay. It's coming out of those and printing.
And so like every single one of those fucking things is a hack or an upgrade or a weapon or something significant.
Right.
And it's a huge line on both sides.
Okay. That's your...
So you're like, oh, there's gonna be some fucking guns in this game.
And the thing is we're on a almost Vanquish-like system of like, you get 4 slots and you can carry 1 of each category in each slot. So you're not going to quick switch into everything every way you want all the time, all at once. You know?
You have your damage slot, you have your utility slot, and I didn't get the bottom.
Whatever that's going to be, exactly.
And then obviously there's your default gun, which will never leave.
So basically, after you go through some of that New York section, so you get introduced, you get your shotgun, you get your net for, locking things down. Your next upgrade after that, you get basically a grenade that replaces your net on the ground. So just spreads the enemy out, knocks them down, and then your shotgun replacement becomes sniper, right? Just laser, pierces through enemies, multiple in a row, blah 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 blah. Takes a long time to charge it up, but it has its utility. Not long after that, you start seeing. So I mean, here's the thing: is like the game, as it's a Capcom game, has its moments where you're doing this running around and you're shooting and stuff, and then it goes, for this part, you're playing Resident Evil. You're in a hallway, and the enemies are coming at you, and they're going good in your face, and you don't have the room to dodge, actually. And when you run out of bullets, you can reload, but you're reloading one bullet at a time. And that
takes forever.
And it takes forever, yeah. Right? So I'm like, oh, you have a big guy and two small guys and some floaters around zapping at me in a tiny little hallway.
It's a problem.
This is an RE moment in a not RE game, so it can switch into that when it wants to, which I thought was really interesting. Not to mention, you need a little bit of room to hack while things are coming at you from left and right and stuff. And then you start being like, okay, fuck this, just go straight to the target. I can't be going through the extra relays,
Yeah, one of the things that I really liked was I unlocked the I forget what it's called, but the multi-hack. And it's like, I get 3 of these.
Yes.
And I'm like, this might as well be an incredibly good grenade in any other game. Right? Hacking it, I'm like, I got this big fucking mess. I need it to stop.
But don't accidentally use it by just panicking and automatically running through the yellow object on your way to the green.
Giving yourself powerful hacks makes the hacking minigame harder against normal enemies because you have now put obstacles in your brain to avoid. It's really smart.
Yeah.
It's really, really smart.
And it feels, again, I can't say enough, after we talked about it before, it feels good to do the game inside the game. It doesn't feel bad. I hate
putting
when
it on the D-pad,
right?
very smart.
Feels good to do that. Now, there's a moment that occurs where the second category of flyers drops in and starts shooting missiles at you. Okay? And so you got to take some time, shoot those missiles out of the air while the rest of the thing is coming, right? The missiles, however, if you aim Diana at them, can be hacked.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
And
that's cool.
You then have Diana hack the missile, and you return to sender that shit back to where it came from, right? Awesome. But the moment that you hack it, this is like, to lay this out, there's something that happened in my brain, and I'm not going to go too elaborate into it because sponsored stream, so I'm not going to bring up the other whatever properties and games, etc. You're playing the whole game and you're aiming at things, and there's a grid, and then you're looking at nodes that are blue that you're trying to move through to get to a green one to activate the crit. When the missile comes at you, you're looking at 4 rotational nodes. It's like the elevator switches that rotate.
Right, yeah.
You're looking at that, and 3 of them are already blue and 1 of them is orange, and you have to switch to turning that one into the correct location. And your brain goes from seeking out blue to needing to ignore all blue for that missile hack moment. And I go, Ikaruga, right? The moment you switch polarity in Ikaruga and your black dots are now hostile and white dots are friendly, and then you switch it back and then white dots are hostile and black dots are friendly, and you're like, that exact moment happened when hacking, and I was like, I know this little tingle in my brain of needing to turn the colors that I was seeking out into colors to avoid, right? So that felt really cool as well in the middle of the fight. you get these larger enemies that's come out and they're like tightening. They're basically like, hey, remember the creepy Titan effect? Like,
yes,
that's gonna be a part of this here, and they're a problem, and they represent things that should be dealt with until things that should be dealt with even more than those things start to show up, and now you have a list of priorities to go through. And basically where I took it to was after that first boss where you get a really awesome fight against the demo boss where it's like a Metal Gear and you're dashing out of the way and hacking.
And Diana gets her fucking
whatever, Rage of the Dad. Diana Trigger is what I was calling it. Her DT, right?
Yeah. Oh! It's okay, DT, perfect.
Yeah, so she pops her Diana Trigger and then you deal with the thing. So what comes up next is you get an exam room. You know, it is a series of waves, and there's a bunch of them, and there's things in there, and they come at you, and you need to prioritize immediately. And it's the first, like, okay, now this is not the Ari little hallway section that we're doing. We're in a room and we're controlling a wave coming at you and choosing what to ignore on the ground, what to pick up, when to switch to what. It's like I started to feel all of that as I was going through it. And like I died, I think twice, and then came back through it the third time. And just like I put down the sniper, picked up the shotgun, dealt with these things up front, take out the fly, etc. And then as you're just prioritizing, and then I saved up enough to deal with the big guy at the end. And you're like, this game, when it's flowing and you're aiming and you're returning to sender, and then
excellent.
Oh my God, it feels so good. It feels fantastic, man.
Also, I want to give the developers of the game a little golf clap for two things about the naming conventions in Pragmata. First of all, having this game come out on the moon like a week after a new moon mission. Good one. Good timing.
Unintentional, but what Kismet timing.
Yeah, unrelated, but ooh, good one. But also, calling Diana, that's A+.
What's the bit?
Diana is the goddess of the moon and childbirth.
Okay, sure. Yeah, all right. That works. That's great.
She's literally the moon baby god.
Moonchild.
Here's your moon baby.
Yeah, I mean,
she's also the hunter.
Okay.
Which, I mean, Diana can hunt.
Oh, it's Artemis. Yeah, okay. Like, yeah, gotcha. I mean, they easily could have been...
Yeah, but also Artemis.
Yeah.
Which just happened.
Yeah. It could have easily been like a kid named Luna or something, but
that's why you're going up to... That's why the company is called Delphi. Because it's the Oracle.
Cool. Okay. Wasn't piecing that together. What I was about to say just before that was... oh, yes. Something that I found that was initially tricky was like the fact that I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm out of bullets, and now I'm waiting to reload, and all this is taking time. And then I kind of realized in that last like phase, that challenge, whereas like the time where you run out of bullets is actually the time it takes to manage everything else happening on the screen. So as those shots are coming back, you can look around, decide what to switch up to, hack anything that you need to hack right away, and position for the next re-engage moment after your bullets have, reloaded.
Now, Wooly, I don't think you played Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
No, I played Advanced Warfare.
But if you had played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and maybe Advanced Warfare, I didn't play that, I don't know if it's there. But Pragmata agrees. Switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading.
Yeah.
Your default pistol reloads whether you have it in your hand or not, which took me some getting used to.
I hope you've got a sidearm and that you're not empty.
Right, yeah.
Because you got to choose when to spend those shotgun bullets, which is another Resident Evil moment, right?
Yeah. Like, how many do you start with? 4? That's enough for like 1.5
encounters. Yeah. Straight up. Did you waste your shotgun on all the grunts? Well, too bad.
No. I had the shotgun. I fired it 4 times at the wall. Saw that it hit 0 instead of reloading. And then killed myself on the next encounter to get the checkpoint reloaded and went, only for big boys.
Furthermore, you start shooting at not the weak point on things and realizing you're an idiot because there's glowing things you should be shooting at to make this encounter easier. And if you can line them up even better, you know? Like I did appreciate just like each subsequent enemy that got introduced became the new problem priority that you need to shift up the list. And it's like, you see that, deal with that. Which is a little Vanquish-like. I
mean, the most Vanquish-like thing about this
is the suit of armor.
Is the suit.
Yeah, for sure. But there's a little bit of that too, of just like, it's almost like in Vanquish when you're hearing, you know, and you're like, stop, where, what, deal, you know? Not to mention running up to the thing and QTEing it and stuff too as well. I say one of the things that I found very charming, I thought I was psychic at a moment in this game because I was, you know, in one of the first areas, you walk back to the tram to pick up a collectible and like 2 robots start coming out of the printers and I'm shooting at one robot and then I just dodged to the side and the second robot that I forgot was there swung at air and I'm like, oh my god, how'd I know how to do that? That's crazy. And chat had to tell me, Diana told you. I'm like, she did? I hadn't even noticed that Diana like literally yells, watch out. And I had just reacted without thinking and I'm like, awesome. Okay, because I didn't notice that either, but something I was worried about often was, is there one behind me? Because sometimes you're dealing with the thing in front and you're doing the hack.
Yeah, she'll give you a heads up if something's readying up a swing.
Okay. Because like there's times where they are behind you and you're not always getting an audio cue especially if you're locked into the hack moment. You know?
And like you know the stompies, the big guys with the tummies they stomp. I failed one of those, and the next time they got ready, Dino's like, jump, Hugh!
Yeah. That I've been
getting. And I'm like, oh, thanks. Oh, that's cute.
100%, yeah. No.
It's cute that you did that. Thank you.
It's great.
I wish Ashley in RE4 had told me that somebody was sneaking up behind me. That would have been more useful than you hiding in a trash can, Ash.
So something else that that happened too was an enemy I was in the middle of hacking. I was shooting and I hacked it and it died. And then I aimed at the next enemy, and then the hack line went to that enemy instead. So you don't lose the hack for killing the thing you're looking at. It applies to the next thing that you aim at, and it just kind of like transfers over, right? There was a moment I have to go back and look, but I basically feel like I what I thought I saw happen was I was shooting, and then it goes down. And then the line that I completed the hack on, I turned to the next thing, and it went into that, and then that thing critted instead. I think that's what I saw happen. In which case, it's like, that's interesting because you have a transfer moment that's possible. No, I fucking
game's just super solid.
Yes, so solid, in fact, that I'm going to continue playing it. So
people have been you know what's a really positive sign for your sponsored stream? When you're like, thanks Capcom, all right, that's going to be enough Pragmata for today, and then every single day since you get a couple comments, when are you going to keep playing Pragmata? When are you going to keep when? And the answer for me is next week, because I have a very busy week this week that you should check out.
Yeah, and to be fair, anytime a thing is brand new, you can expect that that's going to be the case.
Yeah, this is going to keep. Have you heard about Lunatic mode?
No.
So
nice
Lunatic
name.
Mode is
Lunatic.
the God Hard equivalent.
Okay.
It's harder, and they unlock more of the system for you at the very beginning of the game.
Nice. Okay.
Like they just open up the store like much earlier to be like,
deal with the problems.
You know what you're doing. You had to unlock this by beating the game. So what do you fucking want to use to go through hard mode?
Great. Yeah, I'm envisioning really great hacks, really great items and mods, but like resources becoming the problem, you know? Because that little pew pew gun at the end of the day, you're going to need to rely a lot on that thing when you're out of your good shit, you know? I did find, like, you always kind of, you're running by them and you're like, okay, I remember this room had a couple things, but I ran empty in a few encounters and went, stop, go back and pick those up, and then move forward, you know, which, again, RE, right?
Yeah, no, it's like, listen, no, you can only hold 4 shotgun shells at a time, but I passed a shotgun power-up in that room.
I should
go and get it.
I picked up a multi-hack, but I left a disarm on the ground.
Oh, you gotta keep that, yeah.
Let me go get it.
I will say, going into that first boss fight, that somebody in my chat described it as a boss pond rather than a boss fountain. It is ridiculous. It is a giant circular room with like a dozen visible Unreal Tournament style weapon pickups
Go
just
get them.
floating on the ground. Like, it's, I fucking wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah, but also get used to picking up things on the fly while the action continues, you know?
And just like, this is what I have now.
Yeah. And also, here's the boss is shooting a fucking circus of missiles at you. You can't really do much right now. Might as well take the chance to evade and go reload, you know, go pick up new shit. Plan. So there's going to be these breaks in the action where you got to like reassess and start up your next hacking plan. You can put the hack node right before the final point and then choose to use it later. You know, if you change your attention to look back at something and then look back at the thing you were in the middle of hacking, it'll be where it was.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's I can only imagine how this hacking is going to get insane towards the
you know what I really like?
You know,
I had this happen a couple of times in which I had to cancel the hack. I had to start it over. And if you're pointing your gun at someone and you're hacking them, you have to start the hack over. Like, not fail it. Like, I locked myself into a corner.
Okay.
You have to hold the touchpad. You have to hold it to cancel the hack.
And
it's really awkward.
And
that's definitely on purpose.
Not failing, but stopping and starting it.
Because you can't you have to pick a thumb to fucking let off the fucking movement or aim. And it's like, no, you fucked it. Get ready to crab claw this shit.
Okay. I mean, I found myself getting cornered in a couple moments where I was like, I have nowhere to go, and there's a big boy and a dude about to slash me, and I jump, float, dashed out, kind of thing, and you know, haven't found myself having to do that yet. But that's an interesting decision. Yeah, really fucking cool game so far, man. That is, and I also heard it's not very long, so you know, we'll see.
It's 20 to 25.
Okay.
And then another, 15, I guess, if you want to hit lunatic mode, which is the length of all Capcom games. I don't know if you've noticed that. But like if you're shooting a gun in a Capcom game, it will take you 20 to 25. Unless it's, a classic Resident Evil game. Then they'll blow through it in a single sit down.
Is that also the main campaign for Monster Hunter?
No.
Before the real mode starts?
Yeah, I would say so. And it's RE9 was that as well.
Okay.
But RE9 and I assume Pragmata are built to like, I'm gonna do it again. I beat it. I'm gonna just do it again right away.
The only thing I'm kind of looking at that it's like happening is like you're spending those cabin tickets, cabin coins on I guess like model viewers, and you're filling up the room with gifts that you're giving Diana and stuff. And I'm like, this is clearly a game where cosmetics can go far, and
absolutely,
and they gave you a taste of that in the DLC, and I was like, kind of hope not in the demo, and I was hoping we'd get some like right off the bat, because I can see there's that like, hey, put her in a bunny outfit, like costume, or you can get Hugh to like have his suit be a little more Halo looking, I think, or have little cat ears on it or so. But I'm hoping we get some cool cosmetics, because I mean we already know the Mega Man one, like they literally showed that in the April Fool's bit.
This is Mega Man.
Cat armor, excuse me. Yeah, that game is fucking great. Reggie walked away going like, I'd love to see more of that. That was super fun to watch.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's super good.
So I guess I'll take it from there.
Take it away, Wooly.
Okay.
Guy who works over at Wooly Versus.
Correct. Okay, I wanted to bring this up too. It's just a little tag on from the conversation we had 2 weeks ago about River City Girls and the endings.
Yeah, we're the only people who like that ending.
So it turns out. So here's the thought, right? Because it turns out that for a lot of folks that hated it, it was based on they felt it came out of nowhere and it invalidated everything they did. It didn't come out of
nowhere though,
and it felt like it was kind of a bait and switch, right? It turns out there's some obscure. There's an obscure Kunio game where these characters existed.
There's a version of the game in which those girls are listed as their girrand.
And then they got retconned out of existence. Yeah, they got retconned out of existence, right? Therefore, making them and then the rivals have an actual reason to exist in this and hate each other in this setting, which is a cool little detail. But I think for that type of ending to work, where you're going, everything you thought was one thing is actually a not, and it's kind of nuts. You're kind of nuts. As long as it's hinted at in interesting ways on the way there, I think that would be much better received than the idea of feeling like you just got the rug pulled. Because I love the idea of everything I'm hearing about that, but I think to give people to not receive it the way they did based on the conversation we had, you gotta give something that you can look back and go, remember when this happened? Didn't you think that was a little bit weird? And didn't you just kind of look past it? That might be something that kind of plants a breadcrumb for you. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hold up my hand. So you didn't play River City Girls, right?
I did.
You did? Okay,
but I didn't.
Girls, the first.
I didn't do the secret ending. I did a main run, a single run.
The first thing that's your hint that the River City Girls are not their girlfriends is that they literally aren't. They're the wrong girls
from previous games.
Those are not. That's not Kunio and Riggy's fucking girlfriends. And the second one is every single villain in the game is like, who the fuck are you? Where their girlfriends? No, you're not. Who are you? The whole game builds up to it.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. Fuck that. Okay, no.
Then they go, yeah, we are, and you go, oh, the villains are jerks. And it's no, that.
All right, then that's exactly what I meant. If I don't remember, but if that's what's been happening the whole time, then that's exactly it.
Yeah, no. So I'm absolutely baffled by people not liking the ending because
it was built up to that. Okay, yeah. Great. No, because that's how you make that shit work, I feel like because basically reading the most charitable interpretation of that, you go, oh, I remember how I felt at the end of fucking Bayonetta 3. Where the fuck did that come from?
Hey, Wooly, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. And we're going to, yeah.
Turns out you were dumb and wrong.
It turns out that there's alternate realities being teased the whole time. And, the kind of work is there's Cereza and everything. And
we'll get there.
There's not much to say. It's just they did an interview and Kamiya said that they hinted at the alternate realities in previous games. So there was signs like the moon being destroyed in Bayo 1, but then it's back in 2. So there's reasons to believe that, you were no longer looking at the same Bayo.
Why was the ending of Bayo 2 Baldur going back in time to do Bayo 1? Are you saying that Baldur went back in time in Bayo 2 to do Bayo 1 in Bayo 2? Why do you do that? You lie.
No,
you lie.
I'm not even there. I take no issue with him saying that this is what you can go back to the old games and see hints of. That there is an idea that alternate.
Okay, sure, fine.
It doesn't make it good.
No. It's no, you just didn't understand it. Well, you're explaining a bunch of shit that I had no complaints over at all. I actually think Viola's absolutely garbo fit at the end of the game is a bigger problem for your story than any of this multiverse shit.
I mean, yeah, you showed us this.
I'm the future of the witches and my fit is trash. Fuck you.
You leaned into the multiverse setup here, and it wasn't that great. So it doesn't, even though there were hints at it in the past, it doesn't make it better received. Unfortunately, it felt like shit. So
the main heroine of the the series going forwards, gameplay isn't finished. So let's patch it fixed later because it sucks. Good one.
Yeah, no, it is like addressing like it's addressing a gravy complaint as opposed to like the meat and potatoes of what everyone disliked, which is where.
Well, you see, this is how I made the gravy, bro. I'm complaining because your shit is overcooked.
Yeah, well, because underneath that meat and potatoes is Shinzo Abe.
Oh no, not again!
How'd you get into my dinner?
His ghost is so strong.
The fact that comes up is like, oh fuck. Anyways, the whole thing with River City Girls, like, yeah, if that was telegraphed, then that's exactly it. I have no issues. That shit's hilarious. Beyond that, the only other thing was, all right, wrapped up Soul Reaver 1. Hit the credits.
Wooly.
Yeah.
I wanna describe the event that occurred. I was playing I think, was it Pragmata that I was doing at the time? And someone came and chatted like, Wooly just beat Soul Reaver 1, and the very next comment underneath it was somebody went, already? And I went, yes, that's the Soul Reaver 1 experience. You think you're building up to like the 80 or 70% mark, and then the game just goes over with a cutscene and a cliffhanger, and you're like, I can't believe this.
It really does. Between that and if we're talking about cut content, it really does feel like they ran out of time and money.
Guess what? I can tell you with absolute certainty, they ran out of time and money.
Yep. Right. Cut human area that like it's not cut, but it was meant to be more cut boss fight that is apparently in the remaster.
Hey, did you know? Hey, you remember when you got that fire, Soul Reaver?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think it was weird there was only the one element?
Oh, yeah. Okay. But
that's supposed to be like 8 of those, man.
To be fair, though, I hit the credits with half of my spells not being there.
Sure.
The glyphs were like
you could have gone a little further.
And to be honest, most of them felt worthless. Like there was the fire one was great.
Totally.
The others didn't fucking do anything really, and that was that.
That is a Halo 2 ass scenario.
So I knew, like, I knew the game was short, but I also knew, like, okay, cliffhanger shit coming the fuck up because of previous conversations. And
Yeah, I remember that conversation vividly. I'm like, you going to do the second one? You're like, I don't know. I don't like to promise. And I'm like, this one ends with the fucking expectation that you're going to keep trucking because it just cuts the fucking page in half.
And so, you know, while I was more or less, like, prepared for that, like, yeah, Reggie's just there, like, pogging out, like, what the fuck do you mean the credits are rolling? You're like, welcome to the 1999 experience, you know?
If you flip a coin enough times, will it land on its edge? Credits. What?
Here's what I will say is finding out that, like, how long did you have to wait in 1999? And the answer was 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, okay, fine. That's
Different
fine.
console, though.
Yes. And also, 2 years after 1998 time? Yeah. That's like 13 years now. Yeah. The speed at which amazing shit was coming out back then, that's an eternity, you know? But no, I'm like, all right, they did get to the second one within a reasonable time frame here.
But guess what? Soul Reaver 2 also.
Right. Yeah. I can see. So here's the thing is I was looking at the as you're walking down that final stretch of the game, you're looking into the future. You know, you're looking to the past and then you're seeing these scenes replaying and then you start looking into the future and I'm going, are you showing me the sequels right now? Are you setting up moments that you're going to have to come back to? You know?
Now, Wooly, if you were playing Legacy of Kain in 1999 and you're like, oh my God, this cliffhanger's crazy. I can't believe it. But like 6 months later, they announced Soul Reaver 2, and it's out a year later in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, okay, that's not. But then you finish Soul Reaver 2, and the same fucking thing happens. You're like, oh, I can't believe it. Oh, when's the next one? I can't wait. When you think Defiance comes out?
Oh, I guess that was a bit more of a stretch.
When do you think?
2005?
3.
Okay.
So like each time it happened, you're like, oh, I can't believe. Oh, it's
there.
out.
It is. Right. Okay.
A whole trilogy of games. A whole tetralogy of games in like an 8-year period. Because Blood Omen was
96, 95, 96. Yeah.
So 96. So in a 7-year span, they released the tetralogy of games, and then Defiance does wrap it up somewhat, but then they open it up for the future, and you're like, I wonder when the next one's going to be in about 18 months, right? And that's where I've lived for my entire adult life.
And there we are. Yeah. What I will say is, knowing that, looking at this with the lens of late 90s, early aughts as the how you're supposed to play it, it is really, there's a lot there that is incredible for the time. The thing that I remember the most, though, is this is the ammunition that was used in the war of this versus Ocarina of Time.
Ridiculous comparison.
And that's now I'm like, that's insane. That you cannot.
The structure, I can see it. Structurally, it shares, like, I'm going to go to a dungeon, I'm going to do a puzzle, I'm going to get a
puzzle, third party. Yeah.
And it was mature and violent and had voice acting, but like it's a small game with a small scope, and it does a couple things that are impressive, but it's not like this mechanical masterclass that Ocarina was.
Like Ocarina is like, you finish the Deku Tree and Jabu Jabu's belly wraps up, and then we end the game, roll credits there.
Yeah.
You don't even get to adult, in direct comparison here, I'd say. So yeah, that feels silly. Not to mention that, like, there's no real other, like, you're not really going about and like talking to, there's no other like towns, villages, people, etc., whatever going on. You're doing the puzzle rooms, you're killing the enemies, you're meeting your brothers.
Simon Templeman and Michael Bell are just gonna monologue.
They're doing it. It is funny, though, seeing this with the lens of the past in the chat next to us at the same time, because I'm appreciating it and like what it's doing, and keeping in mind that, like, yeah, again, voice acting at a premium back then. But at the same time, your childhood memories of this game are way longer and more in depth and have more plot going on than the reality of what we experienced, right?
Like, for example, this is a really good example. I'm streaming and somebody goes, well, they just beat the Silent Cathedral. And I'm like, I thought that was going to take them like multiple sessions, because when I was 15, it took me like 8 hours.
Yeah. And I felt that.
Oh, I was stupid.
I felt that the whole time watching as we were going, encapsulated in these big moments where, for example, walking into the final room with Kain, right? Folks are like, best monologue incoming. And I was like,
pretty good.
It was all right. I mean, it's fine. It was
well. So the reason why it was the best monologue incoming is that your choices of monologues were Metal Gear Solid 1 and nothing.
And when you got this monologue, you were also on summer break in your friend's house with a sleepover, and you just had pizza and you had some 7-Up, and you're getting super hyped up for this sick final battle that's about to happen because you rented the game for the weekend. Right? So you're having all of that, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not there right now. That's not where we are, but I can't fight that memory, you know? It is kind of like, yeah, this is basically introducing these characters And Kain really has like two moments. One where you fight him and then he kind of goes like, I'm doing something with the Soul Reaver and disappears on you. And then the second time where he sets that up and talks about viewing the future, and Mobius gets introduced, and then he rage quits to the time stream, which is the funniest shit ever. Like, fuck Alt F4. I am jumping into the live stream and you will come find me. You know, it's hilarious shit. But
and then they're suddenly telling you that I hope you are excited for the timeline of the games to get super fucking confusing. Super confusing, man.
Looking forward to it, you know. But this being said, keeping a lot of that in mind, I see the potential here for this to then tighten up some of these mechanics, expand the whole like how to kill the enemies bit, and you know, maybe making this Shadow Realm a little more interesting with stuff, and then fucking puzzing and thinking and turning and pushing and spinning and blocks.
And blocks. That's
because fun. Oh boy, this is a puzzle game with 3D fighting graphics happening around the puzzles.
Absolutely.
As is a video game, an IDOS video game at the time. Anytime I thought like there might be one moment, there's the moment where you fight Dumas and he gets up, you pull the stakes out and you're like, oh, here we go. It's a fight. And it's like, it is not. It is a lead him to the furnace moment. But his AI kept breaking, so I had to like run back and kite him, and it was actually a poor showing.
So Dumas rules. Like, Dumas is like a really good example of all the problems we're talking about in Soul Reaver. The setup for Dumas as the biggest and healthiest of the vampire lieutenants whose children you've been fighting the whole game was so tough that he's the only one that the humans of the time were like, fuck that one, and staked his shit to the wall, but couldn't kill him.
And
so you have like, I have to allow my enemy to like heal up so I can actually kill them. Cool idea. Very awesome setup.
I think
trick him to fall into the furnace.
I mean, they like he does do the ha 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 laugh when you swing at him, right? So there, but ultimately, I think what's a little strange too is that like the only fights that are not puzzles in the game are the Kain fights. But those aren't really fights either, as much as they're like run up to him and get a swing in.
He's gonna do a thing in the corner. Go get
just do it fast. Just do it, and it's like it's not about solving how he's gonna zap you or what. It's just like no, just get there faster. You know.
No, you can feel how every single part of this game was built out of the old versions of Tomb Raider.
Definitely brings that back.
And since Raziel doesn't have a gun, how like he doesn't? It's not a good bunch of ways to fight.
But
a bunch of these enemies.
But around that, one of those last puzzles where you're pulling the one block from the to open the one door and the two block to open the two door, and you're switching the sides with them and getting the, you know, I'm like, yeah, we're Tomb Raiding for sure. I still do think though that like again the idea of how you kill enemies and have to take their souls and that whole thing is very unique for the time, and yeah, that's very unlike any other thing, and that's the most unique bit it has going for it. Some of the platforming is dodgy, but like it's fine. You have I really only learned that. I remember
talking to somebody and they're like, Legacy and Kain Soul Reaver is so much better than Zelda because you actually have a jump in that game.
Fuck off with that shit, dude. The Zelda not having a jump actively made platforming work way better. Because I'm doing the thing that I only learned at the end, which is hold slow walk to approach an edge and you won't fall off of it. Right? And you, and I'm like, the problem I've been having was like walking to these edges and trying to get the high jump and floating down to get fucked over on just being unable to grab the ledge and moving up or whatever.
The game's from 99. What do you
Yeah. No, a jump button feels good in combat, and in the ability to do that running around the map is something that feels good in video games regardless. But getting used to it and getting used to the weirdness of like run to the edge and you'll jump off of it in Zelda was strange, but I ultimately got what they were going for and why, you know, and
I tell you what though, Legacy of Kain Defiance did genuinely change a lot. You have a high time in that game. And air combos.
Wow.
Like
okay.
they straight up were like, we played a bunch of DMC1.
So, I mean, combat in this first one, as basic as it is, the little stinger input and sidestepping was interesting. I'm like, oh, you can backstep, you can dash in and slash, or you can swing around them if you dodge when they attack you and get to the side. And that's more engaging than I thought, you know, while you're locked on. Yeah. So they had like soft lock controls and strafing. That kind of worked out. Yeah, it was just, you know, it's just all that and the puzzles and everything in the end were just like ultimately, I get what you're going for. I'm looking for, I want to see the step up from this. And yeah, maybe we can start to walk away from block pushing a little bit and get more towards the other interesting things with these games. And if you're going to keep block pushing, you can make the blocks go faster. You know, you don't have to make them go cube by cube, square by square, one push at a time.
So I'm looking at like Defiance footage, and I can still see the fucking the rooms are still made out of the grid.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. The other thing too is
but Raziel has million stab with the Soul Reaver.
Okay.
So fuck it.
You also do feel like you're running through a giant cave for most of the game. Like rooms just connect to rooms in a way that like. It feels like you're in one big complex as opposed to like.
Well, don't you understand? It's been so long that the Earth has shifted to cities are gone and the landscape is barren.
So yeah, Nosgoth feels like you're in an ant colony.
Yeah, and
that's a weird feeling, right? There's a couple moments where it opens up, but for the most part, the whole thing feels like you're running through an underground ant colony. Which, you know, like Metroid games have those moments, but there's ways to kind of like, break it up a little bit in presentation, I suppose, to feel more like, you know, you're traveling zone to zone. So I'm looking forward to see how they do that. It does help to shoot the blocks and push them faster that you get later on. But it's still pretty slow, you know. Anyways, the plan... And I said it at the end there, was actually going to be hit credits, jump right over to 2 in that collection, and hit the start button. However, and that got people excited, but I gotta say, Pragmata has struck my interest.
Pragmata's here.
So I want to play some of that because I really, really enjoyed it. So we're going to play some Pragmata before we continue doing anything else. And in the meantime, Ace Attorney continues as the other LP we're playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's over on Willy Versus. This week, I'm going to do some more of that. And then on Saturday, I'm going to see if it's possible. I think we're going to do a Strive 2.0 stream. Going to try to get a guest in, but going to wait for confirmation. Yeah. How about you?
All right, so before I get into anything, I'm turning 40 years old tomorrow. So I'm having what Paige came up with this idea to call it the Half Dead Marathon. Because I am turning half dead, and by the end of the day, I will also be half dead.
Okay, so that means that by 80, like, zombie...
I must die.
Well, no, I think you just enter, like, unlife. Zombie mode.
Like Lichdom.
Lichdom begins, yes.
Mm-hmm. Lichdom's all right.
Oh!
People knock on it, but...
Well, the whole time with this Kain thing, I was like, oh, so... That's Daddy, and then y'all are looking up to, and it's like, no, that was Necro Daddy, actually.
It's a whole thing.
And then now he's Necro Puzz Daddy.
It's a shame, like, very little in the Legacy of Kain series can live up to, like, all right, Kain, you can solve the world, and he's don't want it.
Well, but now the implication is because I seen shit though. And I'm like, what'd you see, Kain? Staring in this fucking room of portals. You've been looking at stuff. What you see that made you choose to go?
So,
fuck it.
I'll tell you right now, the most interesting discussions between Raziel and Kain is, you don't know what I've seen. And Raziel going, you're fucking full of shit. You didn't see shit. You just didn't want to sacrifice yourself.
And then Raziel goes, Kain goes, nah, you just didn't look long enough.
Yeah, and fuck you. It's a great like clash of ideals because like you don't know which of them is right until the dead last moment.
I don't know what you saw,
But yes, tomorrow, April 22nd, 2026 at 10 a.m. Pacific, that's 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll be starting a long stream until 10 a.m. the next day. I'll be catching up on FF14 7.4. Then I'm going to do a full run of Symphony of the Night, including the Inverted Castle. And then with the time we have left, I'm going to play a game I got on my birthday 25 years ago called Shining Force 2, which is the best. And I'm going to play that until I am tired.
You got to speed run this roll down the hill.
Speed run this roll down the hill?
Because you are now on the other side of the hill.
Oh.
It commences.
Yeah.
And by trying to murder yourself.
Oh, come on.
Live on stream. So the stream ends today for good reason. I concur with
yeah, no, I have a hard out today because I
have
had nap times ordered by wife.
That's good nap. That's good mandatory.
I can't wait until it's literally like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning Pacific, and I'm playing Shining Force 2, and someone comes in and goes, "Is this an old Fire Emblem?" And I just like, I've been streaming for 18 hours. I just lose it like I've never fucking lost it before. No, it's not like Fire Emblem. Shut up.
At the stroke of midnight, like you're gonna get like reboot like Enzo, like the light's gonna shine down and just pass over you. And
yeah,
actually nothing will change. It'll just
nothing will
slightly
change. Aside from that, I also played Pragmata, all caps. All caps.
Do not.
Don't you
capital P only. How dare. Nope.
Also, make sure to have the hashtag Pragmata in the title.
All caps.
Again, all caps.
From the creators.
Kind of a weird ask, honestly. But hey, fuck it.
Hey, you need to stop fucking around and do what it says, and don't even do it as a bit.
Okay. Can we?
No, we can't. Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. Stop. No.
You didn't respond to that text message. I think the answer is yes. Well, I think it is a yes a little bit.
Well, that was literally in the middle of said regression and freakouts that were happening in Madness.
Yeah, okay.
However, not even as a bit.
That one. Oh,
in the parlance.
Right. Pragmata's cool. I also continued to play some Kingdom Hearts 2. Of note, so I blew through Kingdom Hearts 1 in 8 days. Right? That's the fastest like completion I ever did for anything, considering its hour count, right? I am on track to taking 5 times longer with Kingdom Hearts 2.
There's a fraction joke somewhere in there that I don't feel like making it.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 39/8. I don't know. Anyway. So.
Welcome to the old age. To the old age. Welcome to the old age.
That's right. So. Somebody in the YouTube chat was tracking it, but could somebody in the chat right now hit me with the death number? I think it's like 370 something. It's up there. I have never been more glad to waste the chat's time banging my head on bosses that I'm pretty sure I can't beat right now.
Oh, you trying to clear Sephiroth on camera?
Oh, I did clear Sephiroth on camera.
Oh, okay.
For one. In fact, there's a funny moment that you can only get in a VOD, right? When you're watching like the YouTube upload, because there's a moment where I got a text from my wife. I'm allowed to do 1 or 2 more tries of Sephiroth, but there's like 3 hours left of the stream.
Okay. This is important.
She went to bed, assuming I would.
Yeah.
Stop streaming.
That was seen and regarded as the ultimate go fuck yourself level difficult thing at the time, and I remember everyone talking about it. I remember about the life bars
going around of me just instantly dying in 1 second.
However, with 2026 brain and time, and with you having,
he's hard as fuck.
So, but does he compare to dodging waterfall dance and
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He's hard as fuck.
Okay.
Sephiroth 1 in Kingdom Hearts 1, Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1 is hard as fuck.
Post Souls game world, it's still
absolutely.
Okay. Cool.
He is like, what's a good comparison? Like playing through the entirety of Devil May Cry 1 and then the final boss is Virgil 3 from DMC3.
As a jump. Okay.
A full different games level of fuck you, get good on it.
But I guess I'm just wondering if your reaction has been honed over time so that what once was...
my reactions are probably a little slower, but I'm a lot better at figuring out how to do it. But yeah, no, he's brutal as shit.
Okay.
I mentioned Absent Silhouettes last time in Kingdom Hearts 2, where they just let you fight some of the organization members whenever the fuck you want. I think I'm near 400 deaths. I would put like 99% of all deaths in my Kingdom Hearts 2 LP to me going, yeah, I bet I can get this boss now. I don't have to come back later.
But you can just level up, get stronger, and come back and do it easier, right?
Yeah, but what if I could do it now?
Okay. It is a game, though.
Of course I could come back stronger.
Yeah, okay. It is a game where that is a thing.
And in one particular tsundere case, I had to come back like a while. I fought Larxene 200 times and lost. Left, came back stronger, lost 50 more times, had to leave, and came back stronger, and then finally put it away.
How long were those attempts on stream?
Each attempt was, and I shit you not, the first 100, maybe 8 or 9 seconds long.
Okay.
Like when I say this shit whooped my ass. I'm talking about from game over screen to back in the fight is 10 seconds, and the fight is lasting 1 second. Like dying to the first move.
So this was not my titling of this entire stream is dedicated to consort Radon.
This was like I died maybe a dozen times walking forward, which kills you, and then going, okay, don't do that. And then I got to see a move, and it killed me. But then the next 10 attempts, I learned how to block that move. And now I'm getting 6 seconds into the fight.
But this is only happening because you're doing it underleveled.
Because I'm doing it way underleveled. Because single strikes are killing me outright.
Right. Okay.
And then that 3-hour session of just banging my head on it, I got to the second phase. And then I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the second phase, and I felt something that I have not felt in a long time, which was the phrase, "What do you even want from me here?" You know, when there's so much on the screen and there's so much damage that you can't even, like, what do you fucking want me to even do? Do you want me to do, what the fuck? That's when I left.
The expedition is cleared from the canvas.
Yeah.
That sentence.
Well, see, no, I don't mean that, because that is, what do you want me to do? Oh, you want me to be better. No, I'm talking about, I can't even see where you want me to stand.
Okay.
There's so much here. So I've been playing on critical, which is the hardest, and man, that game's incredible. That game's just incredible. Kingdom Hearts 2 is absolutely incredible. It's a fucking incredible action game, and it's a great RPG, and constant charming / funny moments with Sora, Donald, and Goofy. In particular, one which is like a foible of translation, where they're reading out like a blackboard, and there's something written on it in English, and they are like sounding out the letters because none of them can read. And in Japanese, it's still written in English, which explains why they're sounding out the letters in English.
Okay.
But when it got translated, it's like, Donald, can you not fucking read?
Isn't he a mage with a spell book? Oh, so the bit is meant to be they're in Japanese reading English.
It's not supposed to be a bit. It's supposed to be they're reading an English piece of text.
And doing the thing where they're like, I speak Japanese, I don't understand this.
But in English, it's like a single word, and they're going, D-O, and you're like, oh my God, man.
Amazing.
It's really funny. They should have changed the texture on the wall to be a made-up language or Japanese and not just readable by the player.
Going back to those boss difficulties, what is the... Everything you're describing are all optional challenges. What is the level of the hardest mandatory thing? By comparison.
I'm pretty good at action games. The mandatory stuff hasn't really slowed me down at all.
Okay. The gap between the easiest of the optionals and the final...
So the mandatory stuff in Kingdom Hearts 1 didn't really slow me down at all either. I'd say it's a nice 5 or 6, like good action game. You know, like it's not free, but like, yeah, you and I play this shit. But then when you get to the stuff that it's like, hey, do you want to fucking fight something? Because
I'm like, the moment you're describing, I'm just thinking of like, you know, you get to parts of Silk Song where you're like, I can't move that fast, and the game's like, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
No, there is a chasm in between stuff that's optional and stuff that's not.
Right.
And the stuff that's optional in 2 goes on and on and on and on and on. I think it has... It's got like 25 optional super bosses, which is enormous.
Wow. Yeah,
that is like really legitimately ridiculous. And they're all fucked up like that. So like the I was talking to chat, and like the way that the playlist is going to go is like parts 1 through 30 are going to be like playing through Kingdom Hearts 2, and parts 31 through 60 is beating optional bosses.
Shit. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, what an incredible game. What a fantastic, stellar game. Me and Paige were going to watch more One Piece, but we fell asleep 4 or 5 nights in a row putting the baby to sleep.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, we're gonna get him down, and then we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna watch one.
Yep. I mean, I can say that like you're struggling to figure that end of it out right now, and Punch Mom has indicated an interest in potentially coming back to do some Deltarune, but gotta figure this shit out.
Yeah.
So.
It's really funny because there was one night when I'm like, all right, I think he's out. I think he's out. And I look over and he's looking back at me. And I'm like,
God damn it, man.
And he goes, hi. I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
And then from the other side of the bed, I hear, all right, she's done. She's cooked. She's out. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait for him to fall asleep, and then I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna play. It's tomorrow. What happened?
Do you ever have you gotten the like it's dark, but like whatever source of light exists in any way, shape, or form, I'm like she's craning to fucking stare at it. And I'm
he doesn't do that, no.
We have this thing where I'm like I have to turn you away from the light, and you are like looking through my body at anything you can focus on, because like you just refuse to just let in the sleep. You know. Anyway. All right.
So let's see. I did some Kingdom Hearts. I did some Pragmata. I went and played some Rondo of Blood, and I was like, I could bang out Rondo of Blood in one stream. Fuck no, I can't.
Excuse me, that's Chino Rondo.
Shut up. I don't want to fucking do this. I can't fucking tolerate this. Not doing it. Not fucking doing it.
That's the fastest the bit has ever ended.
I was ready. As soon as you did this with your hand, I knew you, because you do that move every time. And I'm like, I'm so sick of it. Oh my fucking god, dude.
That is the fastest. I didn't even get to the All right. I'll just next time I'll just raise an eyebrow.
Fuck.
I'll just do this.
Oh my god.
You know.
Fuck that good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, yeah, I can beat Rondo of Blood in 4 or 5. Fuck no, I can't. Oh my god, that game's so hard, dude. It's so good. It's everything good about old Castlevania games, and it is so hard. It's crazy.
Hey, guess what? I don't know a ton about Castlevania, but from what I have played, does anything or does anyone feel as insanely powered as you feel as Alucard at the end of Symphony?
Oh no, Richter, if you play Richter mode in Symphony of the Night, feels fucking busted. Julius in Julius mode feels fucking busted. But in their own core game,
okay.
I mean some of the I mean Soma,
okay.
And some of them like the Metroid ones. Yeah.
Okay. He's not a standout feeling of like you are fucking unstoppable.
Okay. So the strongest Castlevania character in the action games by an order of magnitude is in Rondo of Blood, and her name is Maria Renard, and she can shoot a bird at you. And the bird has similar timing to the whip, but it hits on the way out and the way back. Which makes it 1,000,000 times better than the whip.
Okay.
She also has a double jump and a slide in that game that Richter doesn't have. So Maria is like baby mode by comparison. Oh, hey, bud. She is super, 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 super tough compared to Richter. Also, going through Rondo of Blood is really fun because like Maria has her own sub weapons, like the cat from Vampire Survivors, and the turtle from Vampire Survivors, and the dragon from Vampire Survivors. And then Richter has the Santa water from Vampire Survivors, and the cross from Vampire Survivors. And it's really... I had forgotten just how like 1 pixel off a lot of that Vampire Survivors shit was.
As long as the gameplay is different, it doesn't fucking matter.
But yeah, Rondo's great. Rondo's super. Hey, bud. Hey, Bubba. Hey, give me one. And last but not least, I was approached for another sponsorship. It was a big sponsored week. I was approached by Wolfgang, not Wolfgang, Wolfgang and Mirren out of Sweden and Romania to check out their game Dynasty, which you can check out on Steam right now. It's on sale for the Steam medieval sale, which is their independently made it's self-described Euro jank action adventure game.
Self-described.
Self-described. Every email I have about this game has the word Euro jank in it.
Nice. Okay. All right.
And they basically said, hey, we're big fans of the show. The only one we want to sponsor to play the game is you. You're the whole market.
Let's go.
You're all the marketing.
The word Eurojank says a lot.
And I'm like, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot. It's a very indie game. It's made by these two guys. I have a video up on it, a VOD up on the channel.
There you go.
It is a how do I put this? It's very much like a kind of mix between like a Dark Souls and like a Kingsfield and like a Gothic, where it's like everything is unexplained and also everything kills you.
Where's the camera?
It's behind your back like a Dark Souls.
Okay.
And I played it for a little while and had the wonderful experience, again, no pressure, of both of the developers being in chat, chit-chatting the whole time, including when I fell through the goddamn earth and died. And they're like adding it to the bug list. And then I'm like, at one point, an NPC offered me like a mystery gift for my broken sword, which was my only weapon. So I traded it away and then couldn't attack. And then one of the devs in the chat was like, haha, you fell for it. Now you have to find the currency to buy a new weapon without being able to fight anything.
Oh, we are on some Fear and Hunger shit. Okay.
Yeah, like laughing at me.
Okay. Jesus Christ, all right.
And then I finally found one out in the world and bought a sword, went to go fight a boss, and that boss kicked my fucking ass. Super interesting game. Very indie, very Eurojank. You can check it out now on Steam. Made by fans of the show.
Thanks for the spawn.
And they, did you? You know how they're real fans of the show because the email that came in was like, "Oh man, I really want you to take a look at this. I've been watching you since. You know what? Let's for our own old man sanity call it the apartment days."
Okay, all
right.
And
I'm like, okay,
got it.
All right.
I just talking about the sponsorship stuff, but like one of the things I just saw, I remember reading was like, do not say thanks for the spawns, thanks for the spawn. And I'm like, is this a real case that happened? Have you ever heard anyone say shout outs to whoever for the spawns? Anyway, whatever.
Oh, okay. That's cute. Patch notes version 8.9.9.1, the Pat Patch.
Hey.
Added auto exposure settings to make dark areas more readable. That's one of those things that comes up that I guess you only see it once it's on stream and it's through video compression. Game was really super dark when I played it.
Yeah, it is nice to have those, again, Hikita style, like whatever is happening live on Twitch. Okay, that's what's being addressed next. Cool.
Reminds me of when I was playing Hat in Time and I got some kind of fucked up sequence breaking nonsense that they had to fix because I broke it in a highly public setting.
AGDQ, where they're watching, I think it was Double Dragon, and it was like, oh god, oh no, oh Jesus. Dynasty,
yeah. So they were super chatty and answered tons of questions, and which was a dream compared to most sponsored screens where there's nobody there to answer. But we were talking about, like, they basically said Dynasty is a little hard to say and it's a little tough to market, but it's the only fucking game named that.
Yeah,
and does not fall into the Dawn Gate Storm.
It's not a slot machine.
Fuck shit.
It's not a slot machine title.
Everything else does.
No. I was just praising Bridgeborn last week, and it's a great game, but it does fall on the slot machine. Bridge is not common, but still.
Bridge is not that bad.
But Born means it's that font in your brain is already kind of fading away, you know. Cool.
And I am being admonished by my tiny crippled dog that he's hungry, so I will have to be right back if you'll excuse me.
BRB. Quick word from our sponsors.
Whom we love. In all caps.
All caps. Quick word from our spawns.
I get why that doesn't... Okay.
Yeah. Must have been a thing.
The only quick word for my spawns is doodah.
That is a word from the spawns. This is true.
Hey.
This week, Castle Super Beast is brought to you by Rocket Money. That is your modern solution to the problem of forgetting about what you've subscribed to and where you're paying what every month and keeping track of your spending and all of that stuff that gets out of control. You can find yourself, like I have, looking at the weekly and monthly, like sometimes it's not even monthly charges. There's weekly charges for certain services, certain apps, certain things that are piling up. Don't recognize what it is. I'm squinting at it going, I don't know what that is when I signed up for it or why I'm paying for it every month or week. Sometimes there are things where to use an app that I need for 1 second, it's like, well, you got to sign up for the subscription that auto renews, and I often do turn it off right away. But every once in a while,
You tricked me. It
man. Slips through the cracks. It does. It really does. So, Rocket Money is here to help you with tracking subscriptions, and it can help you cancel unwanted subscriptions with just a few taps on the app. Users have saved over $880 million in canceled subscriptions. So that's a pretty good way to tighten up the belt, so to speak, by just
you can buy a couple sandwiches with that money
without just wasting on it, especially if they have a whole confusing unsubscription process that you're getting put through. Never mind that. Never mind having to chase an email that's time limited back to another link onto a website with a button somewhere that doesn't work when you click on it. Just, you can get Rocket Money to help you with the unsubscription process as well. And, if you are just trying to keep track of your savings and set goals and take a look at how you can get your budget together, Rocket Money helps with all of those things as well. It adds up when you're just kind of letting little charges slip through the cracks over time. And I have found it has been very easy and convenient to identify and get rid of that stuff because, again, they will sometimes change price and change names on you, and you won't even notice. You won't even know, but Rocket Money can give you a heads up for things like that as well. So, really, really useful in this modern growing age of confusing subscription process we find ourselves in. Rocket Money is a personal finance app. It can help you find and cancel online subscriptions, monitor your spending, help you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You can let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/superbeast. That's rocketmoney.com/superbeast. rocketmoney.com/superbeast. Are you okay?
Dog just snooted into my entire face.
Okay. Well, that's the end you want it coming out of, I suppose. I can't believe this has never happened in my life, but I got a dread farted on, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's a new experience.
That's a new experience, and only she can get away with it. Like, oh, that's... I don't know what to do with this. Anyways, this podcast is also sponsored by Factor, and you can 100% get yourself into a tizzy trying to solve your meal problems with, preparing them, eating them, figuring out what to do, and even once you can get down to that step, you also need to want to make sure that you're eating healthy. And guess what? Often I don't, and it sucks.
Yeah, so I have the problem where, it's 9 a.m., not hungry. 10 a.m., not hungry. 11 a.m., not hungry. And so on and so forth. Now it's 3 p.m. Oh.
That's a problem.
I'm starving.
That's a problem. Mm-hmm.
I'm too hungry to... I'm just going to start eating ingredients out of my pantry.
Yeah,
I don't even care.
Don't do that.
But I'm hungry now, and I don't want to wait.
Well, Factor has tons of meals to choose from, built around your goals, whether it's overall nutrition, more protein, weight loss, GLP-1 support, strength or workout recovery. They got lots of options for you, and you're getting functional ingredients with each one. So lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole foods, healthy fats. In fact, our bans 175 plus ingredients, so no artificial colors or sweeteners, high fructose corn syrup, nothing like that. No refined seed oils, just nutrition dense food, fresh, never frozen. And for variety, you got 100 rotating weekly meals that are available for you. They got global flavors, Mediterranean, Asian, something new to look forward to all the time. So it's nice to be able to spend 2 minutes getting a meal ready that is healthy. I can wait
2 minutes.
2 minutes is a very reasonable amount of time to get a delicious, healthy meal as needed, as opposed to the rush and chaos of the unhealthy that takes much longer and is more expensive. So, be sure to check them out. Go to factormeals.com/castle50off and use code castle50off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only while supplies last until that is September 27th, 2026. See website for more details. Love the ability to finish this podcast, go downstairs, heat one up, and just have a nice healthy meal ready to go real quick. So one more time, that is factormeals.com/castle50off. And if you use the code castle50off, you'll get 50% off and free daily greens per box. Thanks, Factor.
Thank you, Factor.
This podcast is brought to you by Shopify, the best checkout on the internet. If you're trying to cha-ching, it's supposed to actually play a WAV file there that goes cha-ching, but I rather my mouth cha-ching, you know. I'm flashing back to, I remember like the last time my dad had like a register that was like an old school cash register that made that noise and everything. And
cool, man.
Then anyway, whatever. I'm like, if I ever were to play a WAV file here, it'd probably jump scare everybody with the volume being incorrect. The point is, if you're trying to get your business started off the ground, or if you're already established and you're trying to figure out how to grow it, Shopify is a commerce platform that's behind millions of businesses around the world, and it can help you get your business taken to the next level. If you want to get your website set up, you've got a design studio. They can help you use tons of ready templates to make it just the way you want it, to get your brand set up for your online store, to matching your brand style. If you are trying to handle things like marketing, for example, you can get an email and social media campaign set up so you can figure out where people are scrolling or browsing and checking out your stuff. And you got a world-class, award-winning 24/7 customer support always around. And if you want to if you want help with things like international shipping, tracking returns, shipping, all that stuff, Shopify is there to simplify that process. So no need to get complicated with it. They've also got a thing, that regularly seen shop pay button that you're seeing on millions of stores around when you browse these days. And that is, one of the reasons why it's one of the best converting checkouts on the planet. So super handy, was very useful for setting up the podcast to t-shirt business pipeline. That being said, turn those what-ifs into cha-ching with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/superbeast. That's shopify.com/superbeast. Shopify.com/superbeast. Thank you, Shopify.
Thanks, Shopify.
This one's for all the shippers. Lastly, and timely, you got Mother's Day coming up, and moms, they do a lot. They do a lot. And considering
they gave birth to you,
and considering the insane amount they do, the least you can do is make them happy. And one really, really free and easy way to make them happy is with something.
To be quiet.
Yep. Just shutting the hell up. Shutting the hell up is a really good gift to get your mom for Mother's Day. Next to that, hey, look, here she is right now. actually. There we go. Okay, so yeah, perfect timing. What I can say is, my mom loved an Aura frame.
Yes.
It's a slam dunk. It is a frame that is a digital picture frame. You put it on your wall, you put it on a table, anywhere on a mantle, and it cycles through all the photos that you decide to upload to it. And they sometimes you can get like little movies going. You know, you can have the kind of like you can have a scrolling image. The I forgot what it's called, but pictures that have a little movement with them. You know, it does those too.
Parallax?
No, not parallax. It's like when you take a photo, it takes a couple seconds of photo these days. And
oh yeah.
so that if an eye is closed, you can correct it and things like that.
Smart.
Yeah, it has those like little moving photos too. They're great. They look really cool. And it's not a GIF. It's a motion photo, live image. There we go. Yes. The live images are a nice little, like, captures a moment, a little sound, a little video of the time and place, and you can get those popping up on the Aura frame as well. And they look super cool when you walk by. And, you know, one of the things my mom loves, obviously, is I'm just uploading tons of baby photos. Like, an absolute avalanche of baby photos is dropping her way on the Carver mat frame she's got. It's really convenient and easy to use the app and drop the pictures in. You can even send them to an email address to do it. It's super cool. I also appreciate the fact that when the lights go out and when it's dark at night, it dims to reflect the brightness of the room and the time of day. It's not going to just kind of be like a really bright screen or like a tablet that just is there being, you know, a beacon in the middle of the night. Like, it dims, and then when no one's around and it's dark, it turns off. So, I really, really, it is a freebie as far as like getting a good gift goes.
I really got to get one of those because, like, I send my dad photos of the kid like 3-4 times a week. And he always goes, cool, looks handsome, whatever. And I know they're just sitting in his phone. Like, my mom might not even see them.
Yeah. It's cycling back through them that, like, you really get to see, like, wow, holy crap, look how different she is now. You know, the passage of time and how that hair is coming in and stuff. So, yeah. I looking at the one we have downstairs even as well, I'm just kind of like, oh man, like, look at her, there she is. It's fun. It feels really good to just have that around every day. So be sure to like get one, check them out. It's a super dope gift. And simple to use, so guaranteed your mom will not be confused and calling you up to try to figure it out and whatnot. I mean, in fact, you can.
God, that would be the worst, man.
Yeah, you can put a welcome message on it too. You can plug it in and set it up and you know, have it ready to go too. So that is the number one by wire cutter gift by wire cutter. You can save on gifts moms love by visiting auraframes.com. For a limited time, listeners can get $25 off their best-selling Carver mat frame with the code SUPERBEAST. So AURA frames.com, and the promo code is SUPERBEAST. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout as well. Terms and conditions apply. Thank you, Aura Frames.
Thanks, Aura Frames.
Okay. What is going on this week?
I have 2 remaining things to say. One is, I still got that birthday stream tomorrow at twitch.tv/PatStaresAt and youtube.com/PatStaresAt. It starts at 10 a.m. Pacific. It's going to go for a while. Go to it.
Good
luck.
The
second thing I have to say is, Wooly, get your Hourglass. Oh, that one's too big. All right. I'll use my child's Hourglass.
What topic are we entering here?
So the other thing, I can't see it. The other thing that I did this week is I'm back into 14.
Yeah, all right, here we go.
Long and short of it, is that I have not played that game seriously for about 18 months, something like that.
Okay,
like I've been out. And I went back to the recent patch, and I'm doing the newer patch tomorrow. But what's more interesting, and they were good. But what's more interesting to me than that is why I left this part to technically be news, is that the keynote is on Friday. and the keynote is when they're going to announce the next expansion and all that. But of note is that the keynote is more than twice as long as it usually is. And we are now in interview season, where there's implications and have statements about what's going to be incoming.
Is this the live leak or live letter? What is it called?
No, it's the keynote. It's for FanFest. It's he comes out onto the stage and gives a gigantic presentation.
It's not the FF14 live leak. Where they just...
Yeah, that's different. That's highly different.
Okay.
Usually those are an hour long, and they start with the trailer and they go, "We're gonna go here," and whatever, right? This one is 2 hours plus. And the reason of why it is a special note and what has gotten me back in is because interviews in which Yoshi P talking, and Yoshi P is one of those producers that like deliberately like undersells things. Mm-hmm. Nothing is ever bombastic. Everything's always, please have reasonable expectations.
Sorry, hold on. Doorbell, gotta go.
Can't stop that.
All right, we are back.
Wooly, did you fake a doorbell to get out of this conversation?
I did not, and I turned this sideways as a sign of good faith.
Yeah, here we go, yeah.
All right, we are resuming.
All right. Anyway, the point being is that Yoshi P has stated in his... I'm using a tiny one.
No, I know, but I'm just making sure that I switched it back to the right side and not the...
whatever.
Okay.
Yoshi P has said that the upcoming changes are the largest that have had to the game since A Realm Reborn. The only difference is that this time they are not rebuilding the client from scratch. But that is the level of systemic change to expect for the game going forward.
And not just the plot resetting, but system changes.
So an example he brought up was there's a thing where if you do what's called an extreme trial, which is a boss fight against a famous summoner, right? You do it with your bros, and it'll drop weapons, and it also rarely drops mounts, right? But if you don't get lucky, it also gives you a token every time you beat it, right? And then you can cash in the token, 10 for a weapon, 99 for a mount. And that's how it is. So that gets people running these things over and over and over, because if they're just really, really, really unlucky, you get up your tokens and you cash it in. And in response to that, he says, oh, yeah, no, that system's going to be gone. That's going to be replaced with a completely different thing.
Okay.
And goes on to say, we have taken a very long look at every single system that currently exists in the game and whether or not it should be there, and if it should we change it? As well as in one of the interviews describing how the data center situation will be solved, which probably means that it's going to be like a matchmaking across every player simultaneously instead of being siphoned off into different data centers.
Yeah.
This is like specifically, what this reminds me of? The only other time I have ever seen this type of developer call their shot like this is when Itsuno came out and said Devil May Cry 5 will exceed all of your expectations.
Yeah.
From a guy who's very quiet and doesn't brag.
Do you got that?
Right?
Do you got that second hourglass around?
The big one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Flip it over for a second.
All right.
No, keep the other one going.
Keep the other one. Okay.
All right. Or no, you can pause that one actually if you need to. Okay, all right. So what? Yeah, we can pause that. It's just funny because this reminds me of when I was on stream with Bricky, and we were playing 2XKO. And
how come you get the big hourglass?
Say again.
How come you get the big hourglass?
I'm giving you the big one here too.
Out of politeness.
I'm giving you the big one. I'm giving you your.
Oh, you gave me the big one. Okay, because we're gonna just go off of your
Mortal Kombat. So I was playing 2XKO, and when we were doing the Twitch rivals, and like we were talking about some of the new stuff that was coming to the game, and he went and I was like, oh yeah, and here's a big something that's a big deal is they announced Duo Finder is coming to the game.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Right? So
is a big deal.
New fuses, new character, etc., all that stuff is great. But Duo Finder is going to be a thing where you just queue up and it's going to find you somebody to team up with. And
That's a great...
right?
Honestly, that's fun.
Huge, right?
You play with some pros or some trash. You just got to make do.
Local duos and the ability to... So that's great. And Bricky just went, that's not a feature? And I was like, fuck me. This
expectation.
Yeah. This revolutionary, awesome new announcement is like, well, no shit. How is that not already a thing? And you're like,
14
this
is totally going through that as well.
And this is where we are. This is how far back we are.
Yeah,
it's fucking Stone Age.
It's a PS3 game built on spaghetti code.
Yeah.
And so I haven't been paying attention. The Dawn Trail, what do you call it? Patch cycle has been about cleaning up technical debt. It's like, hey, this system over here sucks shit. We're gonna clean it up.
Old things that are holdovers that have not been addressed for years.
Like one of the things that's going to happen in the patch that comes out in 2 weeks is they're going to make it so that if you make a full set of like a full outfit glamour, it's going to count as one item in your storage.
Okay.
Right? Which means that people will be able to store like 10 times.
It didn't count as one before.
No, it didn't. So one of the things people want out of a glamour system is the way WoW does it, which is anything you have ever put on your fucking character ever stays in a big list that you can get to pick.
Yep.
FF14's system is super complicated and relies on you keeping the item and putting it into the fucking whatever. It's a mess. Right? So hearing that they are that what was known like a year ago is that 8.0 will be the big combat overhaul where they're gonna like look at and fuck with every job from scratch. But now they are talking about no, apparently it's the overhaul where they are looking at everything and seeing what needs to stay,
the video
what needs
game
to go, what needs to be changed into a different game.
Okay. And you said a Realm Reborn levels of change.
Yes. He said the only reason we wouldn't call it as big of a change is we are not rebuilding the client from scratch.
Okay.
But like this is really, really big talk from a guy who is always careful to manage reasonable expectations and go, maybe we'll get to it later. Maybe when we could, that kind of discussion for a live game.
Well, okay, and if the extra muted like reasonable take is actually underselling the level of change here, you kind of have to wonder then, like, why not rebrand at a certain level, right?
Well, I have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to call the next expansion A Realm Rejoined, which would be a play on A Realm Reborn, but also a thing. I expect so for people who play FF14, this means they have essentially said that the 2-minute meta is going to be destroyed, which is great because every job in FF14 relies on a 2-minute timer, and every single job is build your meter, then spend your meter. And like the identity between those has like kind of fallen away.
Did that smiling old guy that got cooked in the Realm Reborn reveal ever come back? Okay. Well,
I'm gonna go with yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with kind of. Kind of.
Okay. All right. Should I have not asked? I don't know.
No, that's you were asking a 10-year-old question.
Okay. I just remember because when we were working at the fucking company and their people were testing it and they left their shit on idle, I just had a million screens of that old guy getting
and then
murked.
Lewis Swap makes a minor
and then he goes,
mistake and just goes,
and fucking gets Dragon Balled out of existence.
So I'm catching up because I want to be current for when they announce the thing, right? And the other statement that I actually really liked, which was they said that normally the keynote is 2 hours. Normally the keynote is 1 hour, but they have 5 hours of shit they want to talk about. So they're actually going to split it into 2 at the North American one, 2 at the European one, and 2 at the Japanese one, which is way, way, way more than they ever talk about an expansion. They usually just give you the trailer and then go, you're going to go to this location, and then they talk for half an hour about the new class.
So you were out up until this point, right?
Large-scale systemic changes.
You were out prior to this.
I was out. And one of the reasons I was out, and like some of this is going to fly over your head, but like for people who know, I have been playing FF14 very strongly since April of 2015. We are now coming up on April of 2026 with a year-long break. So I played it solid for 10 years. There is only so many weeks in a row I can get 450 tomes before lockout. There is only so many EX trials I can do to get 99 fucking totems to get the fucking bird, dog, dragon, whatever. There is only so many times I can learn a 2-minute rotation within the first week of playing the game in the expansion and run that rotation for a 23-month period without any changes whatsoever. There's lots of little mechanical things that have been exactly the same since 2013. That's too long.
Meanwhile, Skill Issue says Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 players as they pop off at the final DLC announcement for a game that's been running for probably just as long. I think 2016 was the launch of Xenoverse 2.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the long and short of it is I'm going to check out the live letter on Friday morning, and I am expecting big changes. I have been told there are big changes coming, and I believe the person who said it. So, if there are not big changes coming, get ready for me to be pissed the fuck off the following Tuesday, where I will rant and rave about how I got fucking hoodwinked.
But ultimately, the changes are not what you needed. You just needed new, interesting things to do.
I do need certain changes.
Okay.
Like I will very shortly, the weekly grind, like the nature of what you get and how you get it and how fast you get it, has been the same since 2013. It's literally been identical for fucking 13 years. That's ridiculous. What's called the 2-minute meta and what's called homogenization of jobs.
What is that?
Which is so. Hourglass is out. Do you want me to tell you what the 2-minute meta is?
Go for it.
Okay. The long and short of it is that a long time ago, Wooly, classes got buffs that would apply to the rest of the party, right? So Dragoon had one that would like up the critical rate of other people in the party and by 10%, right? You know, a damage buff for everybody. And it would have a 90-second cooldown, right? Simple. Bard would have one that was 60 seconds. Dancer would have one that's 2 minutes, whatever.
So everyone's rotation should last about that long.
So what happened is you had like 14 classes, and it turns out some classes have moves that line up more readily with each other. So, hey, turns out, I forget what the numbers were, but there was like a 90-second meta at one point where it's like, hey, Bard and Machinist and Astrologian and this, they all line up. So they're the ones you want to take. So they went, okay. And over 10 years, they've said, well, we don't want Dark Knight or Warrior or Bard or Summoner to be left out. So let's nudge their numbers over here. Now everyone's buffs are on a 2-minute timer.
Okay.
Which means every rotation is now built with the assumption that everyone's going to burst at 1 minute and 45 seconds to 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And all those buffs have to line up at the 2-minute mark so that everyone's doing the most amount of damage when everybody's buffs are active.
Okay.
And there's two problems with this. One, it makes every single fucking class feel exactly the same.
Right.
Because every class is on a rotation that lasts exactly 120 seconds. But two, it means that if anybody makes a mistake and is 3 seconds behind, the whole fucking system starts to come apart during the fight, and now no one's shit is lined up, and it sucks.
Oh, and there's no accounting for like slight lag or
because you can't make the
slight
cooldown
delay.
go faster.
Gotcha. Okay, so 2 minutes becomes the skill points
rock solid
to pull
thing.
out
They've
everything
designed fights
from.
around
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Right, they've designed fights around. The fight's pretty normal, and the mechanics aren't too strict. But at 1 minute and 50 seconds into the fight, there's a really complicated math component that you have to run your burst while managing and stuff like that. It has been the 2 minute meta has been the 2 minute meta for like 6 years.
I see.
And it has led to every tank feeling like variations on tank. It feels like every healer is variation on healer. You know, like like
too samey in their
different,
yeah.
And now every tank is Coke. Do you want Diet Coke or Coke Zero or Crystal? You know,
right.
So I am fully expecting the destruction of what's called the 2 minute meta. I don't know how they're going to do it.
Here's your new Overwatch hero. It's a fusion of all previous abilities from a bunch of different characters in together or whatever.
Hey, congrats. You want to play tank? Every tank is either Ryu, Ken, Akuma, or Sean.
Sure. Yeah.
And hope that your tank isn't the Sean this cycle.
So do you break that and not have the whole system be destroyed? Because the reasons why it exists do make sense. But
they do. So there's a couple ways you could break it. You could just not have party-wide buffs anymore outside of Bard and Dancer. Just like the only people who can buff the party are the guys whose
entire job is dedicated
to buff the party.
That. Okay.
Right?
Class
like that would just kill that shit right off the bat.
Class fantasy. I've heard this terminology before. So the hero
Class
fantasy
is not specific to MMOs.
No. I've heard this in shooters. I've heard this in other things as a game design term for like the hero fantasy, the thing fantasy.
It works for fighters too.
Yeah, it's like what the idea of playing this character is supposed to feel like. Right, yeah. The goal ultimately, yeah. It's the phrasing
like
is
a really good example in 14 that I can explain because I play tank is that tanks want to feel fucking invincible. You want to be standing at the front and just fucking you can't get right. But now every tank has been built off what's called the like warrior template. So every tank has like a burst phase and they have like a one move that protects the party. But all 4 tanks have one move that protects the party on a 90-second cooldown. So now all 4 tanks feel the same, including Paladin, the one with the fucking shield. No, the one with the shield should be tougher, but do less damage, because they have a fucking shield. The Paladin's fantasy is to be invincible.
Can't have Geef's SPD doing the same damage as other command grabs from other characters.
No, it's Geef's SPD. It's big.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so that's why I'm getting back in. So you are either I'm sorry, Wooly. Next week I will be using the big Hourglass.
I'm giving you the big one. Like you're
I know, but you know I'm on the honor system here.
All right.
I'm using it on myself so that you don't have to.
Okay. Well, if
so, I'll either be thrilled or pissed as fuck.
Hey,
there's no in between.
You know, if I were truly going hollow and dead faced and whatever else people say, I wouldn't have asked you about what the 2 minute meta was.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
But you can even somebody who doesn't play, you can see how the 2 minute meta kind of.
Of course,
sucks.
It's a sliding scale balancing problem where things. This applies to all genres where like the standardized thing based on the meta that develops becomes what everyone has to adhere to, and now you've brought in a feeling of sameness that kills the fun of multiple characters. Exactly so just everything gets bland as a result, even though it didn't start that way.
They chased short-term solutions because, like, you know, 3 expansions ago, they're like, "Damn it, Samurai doesn't fit in the 2 minute meta, and Samurais aren't. So we'll improve Samurai,
and
so
anyone
that now Samurai fits in the 2 minute meta,
and anyone who gets released that doesn't fit into that gets ignored immediately. I assume, Like, it just no one who's taking the game seriously is going to even look twice at that, right? So
yeah. It's so. I and the other thing, and this is more specific, there are people that have been playing FF14 in its current state for 13 or 14 years, and everybody has the version of their class that was like the most fun to play, and none of them were the one that exists now.
Okay. So
like my favorite version of Dark Knight was the first one in 2015. That was 11 years ago.
So there's a possibility that you can win back some people that have been fucking out for a long time if what they do now is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And my last thing I'll say is I miss Bane on Scholar. That was more fun than anything they have now. I don't give a fuck. Bane on Scholar was so fucking awesome.
I feel like it's weird that these big changes didn't line up with the story reset, and it probably would have been a good time to do those two at the exact same time.
You know what? Yeah. So let me tell you something. Dawn Trail was pitched as the start of the new the new A plot. And it fucking wasn't. It was an intermission. I finished patch 7.3, but I didn't see the final cutscene. The start of the new A plot is in the next cutscene. Like, it's literally...
So it actually was a waste of time. Yeah, okay.
But that is over a year into the expansion. It's a beach episode. It's filler.
16 years.
So, like, you would have expected this level of big change to be with Dawn Trail, because that's when the graphics changed. But no, this was the intermission, and the next one, which will have all the mechanical changes, is the start of the new A plot.
4 years of filler. Jesus Christ. Well,
so you probably don't get that. So what happened was Endwalker was the everything is wrapped up in a neat little bow, perfect main campaign. And then Endwalker 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5 was a side story that had nothing to do with Dawn Trail. And like, if you enjoyed it, but it didn't really... It wasn't the start of... It was not an off-ramp to something new. Right? Honestly, somebody in the chat says, not Soy says it's the Avengers Endgame problem. It actually is very similar to that. Where they built up to this perfect ending, and then they're like, well, what do we do now? And then they just kind of flail around with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier for fucking 4 years.
But it also sounds like what people used to talk about with, like, I guess, Burning Crusade and some of that, like, stuff that WoW went through.
Well, yeah, no, WoW also had that problem. You beat the Lich King, and you're like, hey, guess what? That was the fucking goal from day one.
And I thought, like, you know, you would learn from the lesson of the previous all-in-one MMO platform, you know, that you took all the attention from. Like, that was the lesson to learn specifically, was whatever WoW did wrong. Yeah,
so what WoW did was every single time you killed a big bad, they said, actually, there was another big bad behind them.
Okay.
And that obviously can only go so many times before it's absurd.
Okay.
FF14, so I'm calling my shot because I don't know. I am going to assume the new A plot is basically going to be you didn't get everybody that could have been a problem.
Okay.
There are that you didn't kill everybody. Therefore, we will continue to have problems.
Now, this timer is still going. However, there's another timer, and that's the page timer, which says we've got half...
We gotta go. News.
We've got half an hour left.
I'm afraid of my wife. Let's go.
All right. So, you know. I can hear you winding down there, I think. Yeah.
By the way, gentlemen, specifically, and gay ladies, the Mother's Day also applies to the mother in your house. That counts. It's not Mother's Day isn't just for your mom. It's for moms.
Yeah, who do people not... Is this... What? Why is this... Obviously.
I've seen mistakes be made.
Okay. That's a fucking no duh.
You know, when we were at the hospital and all that pregnancy stuff was happening, I had this moment where I was like, this looks hard. This looks pretty tough.
Are you making an announcement to yourself, Pat? Was that an announcement for you? Was that you're on an airplane in the sky, the person complaining in the Louis C.K. bit, I was the one complaining, it was me?
Oh, no.
Okay, all right. Well, look, we already talked about Bayonetta 3's ending. We talked to...
Just stop Kamiya from... Can we just block Kamiya from talking?
I mean... I feel like I assume he's more relaxed now that he's out and about and doing his thing, and he's got like Okami to work on.
Yeah,
but which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Do you think it'll be Okami's 4, 5, and 6, or just Okami?
I imagine it'll be Okami 4, 5, and 6. Actually,
yeah, probably.
Okami 4 was Okami Den, so this will be Okami 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Devil May Cry Season 2 trailer.
I am going to be strong, Wooly. I'm not going to hate watch this because I was looking at the picture on the subreddit, and they are fucking up Jackpot in the preview picture, in the thumbnail. It is wrong. It is incorrect.
Here's what I just watched it and I realized, I'm like, I'm a huge fan of Johnny Young Bosch and I love hearing him work in whatever. So I'm going to look forward to hearing his performance and that's it. And we'll see what happens.
I'm just a man though, so don't take my word for it too strongly that I'm not going to hate watch it. I'm only a man. I'm not made of stone.
I touched on it earlier, but Dragon Ball is fucking crazy, man. Like, I just can't believe how resilient these game platforms have been, because Xenoverse 3 has been announced, which is the Age 1000 thing that they teased some time ago, which just looks like a whole, like, you want to talk about a fantasy, like, here's a whole, like, insert your Dragon Ball character into a future timeline thing and go play as them in this world and do the thing. But Xenoverse 2, which has been around since 2016, is like, I didn't hear no fucking bell. And of course, there's one piece of final DLC coming for that, because that's been just consistently updating. And Dragon Ball FighterZ is also getting one more character, because they're like, don't forget us, because Dragon Ball FighterZ from 2018 is also still fucking getting updates.
There are literally millions of people out there that will overhear any question and just scream out, Goku?
Yes. And there is
dude, I'm talking about where you want to go for lunch. Calm down.
There is a video of an auditorium full of people losing their minds at Daima SSJ4 Goku being announced. And yeah, he's also...
Dude, Rufalmonger already got a fucking Tifa video out. Bro, you are crazy.
It's the funny thing, but you can see the cracks are beginning to show though, because people, if you look at some of the effects on Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you can see stuff being reused from other characters. Some of the moves, some of the animations, some of the flips and effects of explosions are assets that were previously in the game. So, you can see that it is still like, yeah, they're doing their thing and they're using what they already had. But this is also in a world where fans are adding Dio and fucking Yugi.
Yeah, you never know.
So,
you don't know anything anymore.
So that's what's going on. There was also just I guess an update, but we talked about the Mass Effect rewrite occurring. And the showrunner, or the co-showrunner, Daniel Casey, basically came out to dispel this news and say that the whole thing about Mass Effect being rewritten as a show for non-gamers is not true, or he doesn't know where it came from, and at no point has that been said to him, is the quote.
Okay, so. That's great. Why is it taking so long? Oh, okay. So here's my opinion, and this isn't fair, but when somebody goes, that's definitely not the reason, and people go, oh, so what's the reason then? I'm not going to tell you. Well, shut up. I don't care what you have to say.
Was the genesis of this rewrite rumor was because of how long it's taking?
I don't know.
Okay.
If it's completely fake, then the genesis was someone's ass.
Yeah.
Right? But
yeah. Saw those Street Fighter rumors that they might not be real, so we'll address that maybe when something a little more concrete drops or something else comes out to say. There's also
fuck it. Tifa's coming to Street Fighter 6. It's gonna happen. Or I'm a dumbass. Whichever. Pick your poison.
I mean, Tekken would fucking die another death if so, but
I don't think that list is real because Hagar's on there, and that's just a shitty pick.
It's also the bit that they run that they can never be in the same game with Geef, so
Yeah.
It sounds like a fake list. I wasn't even gonna whatever. What else do we all have lists of? We have the Elden Ring movie cast, which I don't really recognize anyone on it, so don't have much to say about it.
I recognize two people. I recognize Nick Offerman as the mustache guy from all that stuff, Parks and Rec and Last of Us.
Did I not notice his name on that list? Let me look at that again. Oh shit. Okay, interesting. Oh yeah, there he is. Huh.
And I recognize Peter Serafinowicz.
Mm-hmm.
Peter Serafinowicz voiced mild-mannered Pate in Dark Souls 2.
Ah, interesting.
Which means Peter Serafinowicz will be playing Patches.
Cool.
Just flat.
Okay, that's dope. I don't know what this should be or how this happens.
It should be anything but about the Tarnished.
That's basically what I was gonna.
It should be anything.
The only way I could
the story of Elden Ring,
the only way I could see this, not the only way, but one of the most clear ways to make this kind of thing work as an Elden Ring film project, with how complex a Souls game is in general, is to just pick a small, specific subplot somewhere with someone and just zoom in on that while the game and the world happens in the background. Do not do this massive cinematic retelling of the intro all the way up until the final moments in the Erd Tree. Okay,
well, I'm looking at a picture of the lady playing Marika, and she's not strung up on a cross. She's walking around with fruit behind her, so it's not gonna be the fucking game.
Unless they do that, because that's
probably going to be about the shattering. Because do that.
But there is a exec ass way of looking at things. Going, no, it's got to be big and bombastic, and it's got to deliver all the crazy bells and whistles that everyone expects from what this game is, and we got to make it even bigger, big, fit the whole thing in big, and then get Shadow of the Erd Tree in big, and you're just kind of it's a fucking single movie script, man.
It's 4,000 locations in that game.
Basically, when I can't think of... Here's the thing I realize. When I can't think of when I look at a franchise or an IP of some kind and I go, I don't know why this movie should exist, the only solution I can come up with for how to probably do that well is to do a Dread. Right? To just pick a location, thing, go. Yep.
Yeah.
Just zoom in super far and make a Dread situation happen, and let the thing how you like and recognize happen in the background. That can work in almost anything.
Just do Vike's story, man. Three fingers.
Yeah. Make chaos take the world. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then he gives up.
Okay. More casting news. That's not the only one. The Netflix live-action Gundam cast has been announced. Have you seen this?
I saw it.
Starring Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
To which I read and I read again.
Of the Xeon royal family. She can play, what's her name? Not Garma. Garma's the bitch. Kilia?
Lady Cilia. Yeah, you can.
Cilia, that's it.
Yeah. You know, she can be Hamon Karn. She can be a lot of people. But one thing is for sure is I just look at her and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen the bit, but like, what the fuck is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? If you've ever seen that meme, and it's just it's just a picture of a polar bear in Texas, and everyone's like, the fuck? Like, why are you here? And I'm just like, I don't like. All right, I guess, sure.
Right, so I'm gonna say the same thing that I say every time, but this time it has a nice little meme to go along with it. Much like when we heard that Akira was going to be made into a Hollywood movie, my body, soul, and brain all went,
Yeah, it's just, we need a star, and ScarJo is unavailable, so...
To this,
who else we got?
I say, I genuinely don't believe Americans can make a Gundam movie that isn't just, wow, cool robot. I don't believe they can do it. It's gonna be fucking wow, cool robot the movie.
Yeah, because I have not heard that, you know, Tomino will be there in the room with a gun, right? So, if they're willing to, you know, wheel him in there and load a pistol and have him point at everybody.
If Tomino was in the room with the American staff of Gundam with a gun, he would hold it and put it down on the table and go, I should not use this gun. And somebody from the staff would pick it up and go, wow, cool gun.
Oh, man. Yeah. All right, well, whatever. G Savior 2, here we go. I look forward to Sydney Sweeney in a spacesuit outfit.
It's gonna be Sayla, dude.
Being... are they even gonna try an Amuro thing? You think they're even...
Yeah, they're gonna... Yeah.
They might not.
It's gonna be Aaron Rodgers.
Like, if she, because if she's titular star character, star name, star power, etc., that makes me think, instead of going like Sayla is the main character of this story or anything, like they would have cast a big name for Amuro and a big name for Char. I think this is probably just a brand new random fucking...
I fucking hope so.
You know.
They won't even be brave enough to give the Gundam pilot severe autism and gender issues. You know what? If they say Camille Badan coming in as the main character of the fucking Gundam movie, gonna fight a bunch of cops for saying his name's a girl's name, and then freak out on a date because he's got autism, fuck yeah, I'm in.
You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that.
No,
They'd never. Not for net.
You should have seen my fucking face when he's on the date and he's like, sorry, I'm awkward with girls because of the tism.
Netflix.
That was from the 70s.
Netflix would fucking never. Yeah. And then also on this list, the dude playing Ken in the Street Fighter movie is in it too as well. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Too soon to say what that means, but
that was the 80s. Whatever. The Gundam's old. It's old enough for me to have been dead.
Once again, polar bears in Arlington, Texas.
Was I dead before I was born?
I'm going... Okay. It's a question of language, because whatever the things that make up even the sperm that begins to be you...
No, I was alive. I was just an egg.
The things that eventually... But those things have to come together. The materials that come together to make you...
Yeah, but like... Yeah, I was an egg.
Well... But no, because that egg didn't always exist, all right? At some point, the proteins...
It existed for a while.
It did, but at some point, it had the proteins and enzymes and everything that come together to make it.
Contiguous. It's a whole thing.
So the thing is, you come together to temporarily be a ship of Theseus, but then you eventually break apart and stop being that. But like the first thing that is Pat at some point, and the last thing that'll ever be Pat, like that already existed from the beginning and continues to the end.
I only came online as the Pat that I am now, like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, so then you've spent most of your existence being dead, but parts of you existed in
oh no, that's I don't want to talk.
The Wood of Theseus continued to exist elsewhere, and it is currently a ship for this brief moment in time, but then it'll...
Did you watch the second season of Fallout?
No.
Because there's a Ghoul of Theseus thing going on in there.
Interesting. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Pieces and parts of others coming through.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
You asked the question.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I shouldn't have asked that question. That's too hard.
Yeah, if non-existence is death, then yeah, you start dead, you come alive, and then you go back to being dead.
No, not me.
Okay.
Simon and Soma's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about that all week.
Yeah, but the whole like wanting to be immortal thing is like aging poorly because now you're joining the likes of fucking Peter Thiel and
and
that dude who who injects his kid's blood into his body
or these shitheads that are like, can you believe I'm actually 30? I look exactly 17, and I'm like, you look like you are fucking a hard 30, and you're just wearing too much makeup and face treatment.
Yeah, so it was cute, 10 years ago making the joke, haha, and now it's like, nah, there's people that are like vampiring their children to live forever.
Don't do that.
So all of a sudden, hey, how's that immortality bit looking?
Your legacy's supposed to continue on through your children because your children are better than you.
So, it ain't all that it was cracked up to be. Anyway, the only other thing I was gonna get into there is wherever you go, there you are. Time is a flat circle. Hey, let's talk about an IGN review.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
Okay. I saw that bit with the people talking about mouse PI for hire, and it was pretty weird and just a strange way to go, talking about this game being too full of cheese references and having you kill too many people and that not being real noir enough for noir, and it's just a strange...
You know what?
Strange way to go about it.
I'm turning 40 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking out of review discussions, with one exception, that God Hand review is pretty fucking funny.
Now, to be fair, once again, not only are foundational bits of this career built on review and the silliness of the old IGN reviews, but also... we have not talked about anything like this in at least 5 years.
It's so tiring. It's always just the most neck, beard, mouth breathing fucking weirdos going, but I like that game. Who gives a fuck? And there's like a culture element to what fucking... Oh my god, who gives a shit? It's your toys. It's your toys. We're all just playing with this. Is a toy podcast.
Yeah.
I like my toys a lot.
Yeah.
But like, holy fuck.
Well, this is... Okay, you're currently feeling the exhaustion I feel around watching award shows and trailer shows and the delay news and whenever something...
But what if there's a new toy?
But what if a toy gets delayed?
I don't like it when toy gets delayed. I want the toy now.
Who cares? Just wait. It's fine.
No, I could be dead tomorrow.
Well, then you won't get to play it.
No!
like I just...
My toys! No, there was a point, I forget what it was, but I was like, I don't care about any review anymore because I don't trust anyone's opinion but mine. You know what I mean?
Yes, and
not like you tell me about a game and you say it's good, and I'm like, fuck you.
No.
But it's just like,
I haven't give a fuck about reviews of any kind with that stuff for a very long time. But the reality of but it is true that this week when Pragmata was getting a lot of good reviews and people started talking about that, I was like, oh, that's cool. Good to know. I like, So you finding
emotion.
So suddenly there's like, you do put some weight on this thing that you weren't thinking about before or otherwise. And it's like, okay, I guess there's a thing here that is,
also, every review
consensus.
that is on anything other than a 5-point scale is wrong. 5-point scale is the best scale.
Well, but now we get into the fucking, should this be we're not doing it, but just the should this be a critique of media, or should this be a buyer's guide, So,
I mean, considering everyone's broke now, yeah, I think it should be a buyer's guide more than ever.
I think it can be either, but you should set out, it should be clear what you're going for from the outset, because people come in looking for different things. So, you don't, I imagine, watch fucking Tim Rogers to find out whether or not you should buy the game he's reviewing.
No, I don't watch Tim Rogers because he hasn't put out a video in like 10 years.
Sure, but the point, even back then when he made articles before videos even existed.
No, I watch or read Tim Rogers because I want to see a crazy person be crazy at me.
Nothing about what he was doing had anything to do with whether or not you should purchase the product,
Like, you think I give a fuck about Tokimeki Memorial? Absolutely not. Let's sit down and get some popcorn. Tim's just going to go nuts at me.
Insert coin, Katamari Damacy review, 1 billion years ago. Do I want to buy this game? I don't know. But if you ever go to Japan,
I don't care. Just tell me about it.
You're invited to go spend the night on his couch.
I was better than other people who decided to actually watch only 2 pieces of the Cyberpunk review. Do you remember that? When the Cyberpunk review.
Oh, and then you could choose to go around.
And he's like, only watch 2. And then after you watch all 6, he's like, I fucking lied. You were supposed to watch all 6.
Well, no,
I knew it.
Okay, because I can out hipster what you just said by saying I read his stuff back in the day. I didn't really get into watching the videos that much later.
Yeah,
I mainly know him.
You think you're better than me because you can read.
To me, that's I remember reading the insert coin articles and then the 6 red coins and stuff like that.
Oh, by the way, before we forget, you got to go through your TikToks and manually disable AI remix on every single one manually.
I don't. What?
So TikTok is implementing a new feature called AI Remix, where people can go to any video that has the feature turned on, and use AI to remix it and make people do whatever it wants.
TikTok is not on my phone. I'll be okay.
It's not on your phone.
It's not.
You don't have it.
I do not.
Do you have no TikTok anywhere?
I do not have TikTok installed on my phone. I'm not on. We're fine.
Doesn't CSB have a TikTok account?
Yeah, other folks are doing that and uploading to it.
Okay, tell them to turn off the AI remix.
Okay, all right. What does that do?
It will allow people to use AI to remix any video that doesn't have that feature turned off.
And you're opt-in automatically. And
you have to turn off every single video manually. There's no batch thing. So I had to spend 2 hours the other night just going through every single fucking video. Go off.
I had a good conversation with my mom the other day, and it felt like she did seem to understand, because something I'd been telling her about in advance finally started coming true, which was describing the fact that you're going to see this thing, this AI thing you've been hearing about is going to go from something you don't understand that is over here to something that it's going to be harder to avoid than it is.
And you're going to know what it's doing or not doing, and you're going to get pissed off.
And you're at first now you're currently confused how to opt in, and then you're going to be confused about how to opt out, and it's happening before our eyes, and she kind of gets it, Let's take some letters.
All right, we got time for one letter. Go down to castlesuperbeastmail@gmail.com. That's castlesuperbeastmail@gmail.com.
All right. Cog says, recently I saw a trailer for a game called Kiln by Double Fine, and it starts seemingly showing off a pottery building art tool as its main gimmick. Then it shows pottery functions as armor for a PvP 3D platformer arena brawler. Functionally, if Psychonauts was PvP. It got me thinking back on Double Fine's catalog and wondering how they're still in business as a world where Hi-Fi Rush still cancels your studio. Besides Brutal Legend, I'm not sure if any of their games sold well, and if they've put out a game that has played as well or better than any others that other genres have attempted. My question is, are there any media companies that continue to survive purely off of pedigree, inflated or undeserved, despite the actual output being awful?
I legitimately don't understand how Double Fine continues to exist. Every single game they've ever put out was like a critical failure. And Brutal Legend is not a critical failure, commercial failure. And Brutal Legend could have been... We could be up to Brutal Legend 5 by now if it had been anything other than the world's shittiest RTS.
Wasn't everything after Brutal Legend crowdfunded?
Not all of it. Some of it was like kind of indie thing.
Because I thought Broken Age, Psychonauts, and so on. I thought all of that was crowdfunded.
You're forgetting the mech game they did, and there was another one, Big Chalice.
Okay, because if they were crowdfunded, then that's the answer.
Yeah. Also, Psychonauts 2 was not crowdfunded. You might think it's crowdfunded because they held a crowdfunding thing for it and took money on Fig. But then they got bought out by Microsoft and then completely ran out of money. And then Microsoft had to bail them out to finish Psychonauts 2. Because much like Broken Age, they just can't plan for shit.
Mm-hmm. When you're an industry name, you can definitely get, you can go around and talk to people and get favors done and pull strings for sure. But... I would say that a trail of lots of crowdfunding projects does indicate this is the only way this place will stay open, and if any of those in a lot of cases, my bigger question here, my answer to this question is Quantic Dream, right? Quantic Dream is one where they have these huge I'm sure Detroit was probably
they sold
massively
well. They sold very well.
Exactly, but in terms of just I guess the critical acclaim aspect of that,
I think the only one I can think of that is living on its pedigree alone is Vanillaware. Every Vanillaware game that has come out has been we have completely run out of money.
So
if this game doesn't do well, we are all going home with our shit in a box.
So I can't prove it.
Every time they say we barely made enough to keep the doors open.
I can't prove it, but I in my heart believe that Vanillaware is not real. It is just George, when he wants to release a game, opens it back up and says Vanillaware exists. And then when the game is out, he shuts it down again, and it goes back to not existing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Every Vanillaware game is we have completely run out of money, and hopefully it does well, or else the company's going under. And then it does just well enough to fund one more.
I bet you it's just him, and it ceases operations as soon as...
Yeah, it's George and 10 monkeys with typewriters.
Every time, and you just see the logo and go, oh, wow, game company. And it's nah. They've been gone and they came back. Alrighty. Happy pre-birthday. Don't die.
I won't die, I promise.
No, you can't.
I promise. People who die... no.
Nope.
No, that'll age badly when I'm dead.